Hey, I'm Will.
I'm Maurice.
And I'm Noah. And this is the Crippled Pod.
You are listening to an unsponsored podcast. If you would like to sponsor this podcast, please reach out to us on our Instagram page.
I'm not super in the mood, but we need to do it. So
Will doesn't know that's on the live. I just already started.
Shit. I didn't know you had started it. That's my fault.
What's up, boys?
What's up, hey?
We don't want to be here.
There is actually a less than 0% chance I'm cutting that out.
Are you kidding? If I were you, I would never cut that. That's hilarious.
So if you guys missed it, Will was just talking about how he didn't want to do this, and now we're here.
And he doesn't care about all of you. I'm the only one who
I've gotten
cares.
one pre-order since you posted that.
Yeah. Okay. Hey guys. Hey everybody. Thank you for being here. I do want to warn you guys. We're planning to start at 9 PST. It is now 10:16 PST, and it's not that people were late. We've just been on here the whole time talking. Oh,
and
not about Malazan.
Not about Malazan.
We're saving all that for you guys. So we're going to jump right into this. Okay, no housekeeping. I will say Spotify seems to be working again. The last episode went up, so I've resubmitted the one. I think there's 2 that are missing, so I've resubmitted those to Spotify to try to get them put up. I will let you guys know when that happens. But everything seems to be fine now with Spotify, thankfully. We didn't get to chapter 4 last week, so we're going to get to that now, right? And then we're going to do 5 through whatever we have time for. Will's on a schedule today. If you guys have been here long enough, you know that we do everything with the best intentions possible to try to get through everything, but it just is what it is, and you guys listen to it anyway, so what do you want me to do?
We're so happy to have y'all here. Honestly, like we couldn't ask for a better audience, better friends, better people to read these books with. And y'all are great, and we love you.
You are great. I'll just ditto what Marie said. I've never said anything nice in my life, so I don't know how to do that.
You're great, and I like you a lot as a friend.
Will's like, you guys are great. Will you pre-order my book?
Yeah. No shame. If everybody who watched this pre-order my book, man.
Everybody who was watching this, go pre-order all of our books.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's true. We all have books up for pre-order. Yes, you should do that.
All I'll say is this. Think of all the hours of content we've given you, and between the 3 of us, we're asking for less than $20.
It's true.
I'm just saying, if we all got 500 pre-orders right now, that'd be pretty sick. So you guys heard.
Insane.
You could just go to our Instagram profiles. You'll see links to our pre-orders. Again, whether you read on Kindle or not, this isn't about making you read something on Kindle. It's about supporting someone that you want to succeed.
Well, also, because I'm not a schlunk, I have my pre-orders available for hardcover, audiobook, and ebook. So whatever you want.
We don't have a multi-billion-dollar company behind us, me and Will, making sure that's all ready. So it is a little different. Maurice, I don't know if you meant to, but this did make you seem worse.
I don't think it did.
And I love it.
I don't think it did. I think they know that
I could clip this in a way that works really well.
Oh, man.
Okay. All right. There's our pitch. Let's
We're going to go right into chapter 4 for you guys.
Yes. The
I do want to say
I'll
thank you.
ever be is me calling you guys a schlunk.
Which is schlunk? Just, what's the word? Chintz. I like chintz. It's chintzy. That's not racist, is it?
No.
Okay, good. I'm just making sure.
That.
Why?
I think because you were worried.
I feel like that's good as a white man like myself. As a white man myself, I should be double checking. Before I just
chintzy.
Man, it's one of those things. Have you ever seen that where it's like,
I bet it is.
If you come up with like, look at any old saying or anything, it's probably racist. Like,
yeah, like even sprinkles. Like people Midwest in the South, don't they still call sprinkles jimmies?
Not in the South. I've never heard them.
I've never heard.
My grandma calls them jimmies. I'm like, Grandma, we don't call them jimmies anymore.
Grandma would call them.
Chintzy is not. It is an unoffensive word.
Perfect.
Hell yeah! Can we get confetti? to come down.
Thank you, all you chances. Thank you, chances, for being here. I do want to say there has been a few people that DM me about the podcast and while they're listening to it and enjoying it, and I love hearing that stuff. So keep doing it. It's very fun for me, and I don't share it with the other guys. So feel free to say whatever you want.
Noah doesn't tell us.
DM us all in a group. You can do that. Yeah. You can just send it to all of us. It's fine.
No, I do tell. Will, I told you someone thought you were cute.
You did say that.
No one said me and Maurice were cute.
They don't have to. They know.
Hold on to that, buddy. Yeah, that's true.
We know.
They know. They know Will needs it. Will needs it.
Maurice, you're not giving yourself a very good image today. I got to be honest.
I'm loving all this.
You're off to a bad start.
All my good stuff was before.
You were nice for the last hour and 15 minutes. We hit the record button.
I just turned off. I don't know what happened to me. I
immediately became a Republican voter.
No, I didn't. For the record. For the record, everybody.
But also, if you're a chill, but also if you're a chill Republican, we don't push you away. You can be chill.
You can be with us, and we will judge you.
Yeah.
Shit. Can we talk about Malazan? Can we get into Malazan?
Yes, as long as the arc experience comes up once, we will be good. So, Chapter 4 from Memories of Ice. Chapter 4 balances character tension and a lot of cosmic danger. Gruntle and his companions escort Karuli's wagon through Darujistan, reuniting with Buke. How do we decide to say it? Buke? Buke? Buke?
Buke.
Buke.
It's Buke.
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 Yeah.
Who serves necromancers Bashalan and Corbel Broach. Suspected. Reese. Wait, what?
Oh, we're talking about the knight. Sorry. My bad.
Okay. Sorry. Gruntle fears Buke's death wish. Okay, hold on. I got it.
Oh my god, we're so
In Pale, Quickbin learns from the Witch of Tenace that Burns sleeps to dream, but her fever from the crippled god's poisoning endangers the world. He recruits help and reunites Ganois Paran, who faces family news and his sister Tavor's political decisions under Empress Lacine. Perrin joins Dujek One Arm and the Bridge Burners. Whiskey Jack advises Perrin to confront Silver Fox, despite the complexity, stressing her loyalty's importance, as Calor sees her as a threat, forcing the Malazan forces to choose between protecting her or risking a power that could influence the war. Okay, so we got Gruntle, we got Crippled God info, we got Perrin and Tavor, and we got Silver Fox. Do we want to support her or not?
Do we?
No, I just the story in the story. Yeah, I mean, yes, I support anything that has to do with Tattersail.
Yeah, we know.
Will, let's talk about the chapter, bud.
Yeah, sorry, my brain is like catching up. I'm loving Gruntle. I find myself loving Gruntle.
Yeah, you gotta love Gruntle. Dude, Gruntle's fucking... Gruntle's on the cover, buddy.
It's true. There he is.
Looks like me with long hair.
What?
Looks like me with long hair.
That looks like him with long hair and sideburns and a fucking cut-ass physique. And
this guy with the rippling muscles, 2 bloody swords.
Hey, if I didn't have kids like Gruntle, I could look like that.
If you lived in a fantasy world and were a caravan guard.
Yeah, I'd be huge.
And carried 2 freaking cutlasses.
Pretty sick.
Gruntle made me fall in love with cutlasses. I never valued them as a weapon. And now I do.
It's like Dritz with scimitars, dude. Makes them cool.
True. Yeah, Dritz is awesome. All of my prism blades are kind of loosely based on cutlasses in my book.
Hey, I like a cutlass. It's a good vibe.
That makes sense with the pirate theming too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I double edge them, but so they're not curved, but they are kind of the same length and kind of mobility.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm loving Gruntle.
You know
and I'm trying to remember because it's been a while since I read this chapter. So this is the chapter where Silver Fox and Perrin have their like set down, right? That is this chapter.
I think
Yeah,
I don't.
We should go in order. I'll get you on track about like where we are first. But
do that.
first, let me say that I was wrong. I do love cutlasses. They are very piratey, and that is awesome. But the prism blades are based on gladiuses, which are Roman swords. That's my
Roman
bad.
short swords,
I lied.
right?
Yeah,
It's a Roman short
yeah.
sword. Yeah,
Yeah,
very
they're
cool.
dual-edged.
Also,
Maximus
yeah.
Decimus Aurelius.
Yeah, dude, they're great for hacking.
They're usually they fight
close range
with the shield, right? They come like over the shield. That's how they use it. Yeah.
Man, I can't wait until we get into Shield Wall. But it's so funny because I read John Gwynn after I read Malazan, and John Gwynn does a big thing in The Faithful and the Fallen about like teaching you battle tactics. But I'd already been immersed in battle tactics in Malazan, so like I was like, I don't need to learn this, John. I already know all this stuff. But he does a great job. Another author who does that is Michael J. Sullivan. He does a great job of teaching. Like he is a
Brian
big,
McClellan's very good at it too.
Giles Christian does a good shield wall also.
They teach you shit that you are like, it's like they were just nerdy and learned all of it, so they want you to suffer.
Yeah.
Anyway, so outside of Darujistan, we're with Gruntle, Harlow, and Stani. And Buke, we see Buke get hired for Corbel Brooch.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you think of Buke? What do you think of his story? Because I think he's kind of interesting. And he's the most interesting thing about that story right now in this.
I'm sorry, with Buke?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, I'm catching myself up on your recap. So yeah, Buke, I like. It's been like 3 weeks since I read this chapter, so I know. And like a lot has happened in the like those next few chapters. They all kind of come together because so much is happening.
Brother, part 2 starts and it's insane. It starts crazy.
Yeah. And all these chapters are also insanely fucking long. On audio, I think all of these chapters are 2 hours plus.
They're 2 hours, yeah.
So, okay, so I love Buke. I am intrigued
the guy's got a
by
death wish.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting character. I think that
it's so sad his family died in a fire because he was passed out drunk.
Yeah.
And he couldn't save them.
Yeah.
And now he's like, he keeps trying to get himself killed, but he's too
good of a fighter.
Yeah. That is such a great like dilemma.
Like he won't kill himself, but he just keeps throwing himself into more and more dangerous like scenarios.
And surviving.
It's an example of, I think, something that Erickson does really, really well, which is the small human moments in the midst of this like world-altering, world-ending storyline.
Yeah.
A character like Buke is, and he's got the tragic backstory. He's got the death wish. He's also an excellent fighter. Like that's a really compelling character anyway. And then they play that with Erickson plays that with the very real trauma of losing family. Yeah. And it's really, really well done. He's so good at that. Is one thing I found in these books of injecting humanity into a very like high level fantasy story, which is not always easy to do. Not a lot of authors do it well.
They died in a tenement fire, which I find is very interesting in this like war torn world. We have people dying of like fires and like normal shit, like.
Well, and also tenement fires often are started, like historically were started often because of poor living conditions, because the poor were forced into these really awful, like places to live that are not hygienic and they're highly flammable. They're made of bad raw materials and they go up in flames very easily. This is a thing we can see historically, even in the US very recently. It's a great way of blending reality with fantasy. In a way that's very like just hard. It's hard to stomach in reality, and it's hard to stomach in this world also.
100%.
So I think
we move on in this section to Quick Ben, and he's talking to the Witch of Tennis. Okay, and she gives that fucking philosophy student answer of like, why is Burns sleeping? And she's like, to dream.
Yeah, which is like such a cop out.
I was like, what do you mean to dream? But is she sleeping? I'm curious because I don't know that we have clarity on this yet. Is she sleeping because she's poisoned and that was a part of like chaining the crippled god to her? Is she sleeping because like the world is she's like running away? Is she sleeping because that's just what she does? Like, what is the deal with that? Do y'all know?
Because who is Burn again?
Burn is the world, right? The god of the world.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She is like we exist on her skin. Is kind of like the way she's described.
It says that she sleeps to dream. So is this a situation where the mythology would be that her dreams are existence kind of thing, and when she wakes, the world ends? Because that's like kind of alluded to a couple times. So, I feel like there's some sort of ancient mythology. Go ahead.
I bet she is based on somebody. No, keep saying what you're saying. Hold on.
Well, I think there is an ancient mythology. I would have to look it up, where the idea is that we exist in the dreams of a god, and I don't remember all the details of it. But it also, I mean, it kind of, you could even relate it back kind of tangentially to like Atlas. The idea of like a god holding up the world, and if he fails, then we all die. So I think that's
Gaia.
One. Okay.
The Gaia archetype is the Lady of the Earth, the sleeping goddess, or Great Mother Goddess. Mm-hmm. Burn mirrors.
Another example would be from Moana.
Tahiti.
Which is like, that's indigenous. I think that's real.
Tafiti. Yeah, Tafiti.
That is real mythology, yes.
Yeah.
It's not real. It's the real belief, yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, that's the same archetype. It's fascinating to me that like there's so many cultures that independently have the same concept. But yeah, that's the archetype upon which Burn is based, I think. It's just
it says here, so Burn is sleeping because she was poisoned. So her mythos is like she was a goddess, and then she chose to sleep because the poison of the chains. So in chaining the crippled god, she chose to sleep, and then she forged her power. And do we know this yet? Hold on.
I don't know.
Where are we?
That is not something I think we know. So careful there. I think you're trending into a territory that we don't.
Yeah. That's why I stopped myself. Yes, you're right. We do have some information that we learn at the end of this chapter. I think
this chapter, and
no, it's the next. It's like one of the next chapters.
It's the next chapter where we learn some information about Burn,
about Brood.
Yes, that's
okay. Cool.
Chapter 5. Chapter 5's got a lot happening.
It's something we're discussing today, so like it's not like totally yeah. But so Burn, I think Burn is the sleeping goddess. Is Burn the world? Because I keep saying that, but I'm like,
she's the god of the world. I don't know if that means that she is physically the world. I don't think she is, because Raced attacks her, like her body, when he wakes up. So I don't know if...
Which, I mean, he just like...
It describes her as being in the world, like beneath, like under the crust of the world is kind of how it's described.
Yes. Yeah.
So I kind of thought that she might... I mean, if you technically like could be like the core of the planet or something, right? That's kind of how I pictured it. I don't know.
Something we should notice too is that we are in the era that we are in, which Malazan exists in eras. We like have the first Jagged War, the second Jagged War. Mm-hmm. This is the era of Burn's sleep.
Yes. What year are we in? As of Memories of Ice? 11 something?
God, I don't know. MOI.
I have the book. I guess I could just check the
timeline.
It's right in front of me.
That's not Memories of Ice. Okay.
Will's going to the source.
1164. Good memory, dude.
Yeah. And the prologue of Memories of Ice happens 665 years before Burn's sleep. So that's why we say like right at 300,000.
So it's like before Christ, after Christ, kind of.
Yes, but in much larger scale.
Right.
So, yeah, okay. So we learned some shit about Burn. Quick Ben.
And then what about? Let's talk about. Is anything else? What is this?
Whiskey Jack and Perrin, they're talking about Silver Fox and Tattersail and like how complicated that is. I did make the joke that this is take note, fantasy authors. This is not Lolita, and this is how you're supposed to treat children.
When Perrin is like physically ill and wants to vomit because of the thought of it. Yeah.
Yes, he's like I was having sex with the woman that she. Imagine like your partner being reborn into a child.
But not only a child who is whose physical growth is accelerated.
Right.
So like,
so you know that in weeks she's going to be an adult again.
Yeah. Yes. That's fucking weird.
8 months old. You know,
but also like 25. Right? It's like,
yes, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. But and with all the memories and experiences of adults and like multiple adults and more. Yeah. I don't know. That's super fucking weird.
The goddess Burn is functionally the earth itself. Her skin is described as the surface of the world. She's that, like, she is Mother Earth. Kind of. Okay.
Tafidi.
I just needed to make sure. Then we got the table heist.
Yeah, the table heist, dude.
I love
the table heist.
We also should note the guy with the hair shirt. What's his name? Spindle.
Spindle.
Yeah, the hair shirt. This is so gross. This whole sequence is so fucking gross.
I fucking love Spindle, but I cannot believe he wears a hair shirt.
Made from his mother's hair.
You wouldn't wear that?
And it stinks because he doesn't.
Yeah, everyone's constantly like, "Can you please wash that shirt?" And he's like, "Well, she didn't wash it when she was alive.
Why would I wash it now? Yeah, that's insane." Yeah.
I was like,
good
dude,
point.
Your mom's fucking gross. First of all,
you're gross. Oh. His mom's dead.
Yeah, and she's gross.
Hair.
She's nasty.
I assume she's
not
dead.
washing her hair.
Some people don't wash their hair, man. That's pretty normal.
Well, some people don't have hair to wash.
It's not normal for people not to wash their hair, dude. Like,
no, it's not. He's right.
I don't know. We'll let the comments decide. I think a lot of people don't wash their hair.
I'm sure there's going to be a comment on YouTube.
Probably
people, they don't. The YouTube comments, probably there's people who don't wash their hair. Yes, but that's not really what I'm going for.
Their hygiene, 100%.
Yes.
People need to up their hygiene.
No, people talk about like, when I had long hair, I was like trying to figure out the best way to take care of it. And like, oh, you only wash it once a week. No,
that is a thing.
That's gross.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't give a shit that it's a thing. It's gross. I don't like it.
I wash my hair every day.
Yeah, I always have washed my hair.
Or every other day.
At the most, every other day. Yeah, at the most, you might not get a shower one day, you do the next day, whatever. But, like, no. Any more than that, I'm sorry. Like, and maybe this is just, I have very oily hair. I know I have oily hair. But, like,
I do too.
If I go more than 36 hours without a shower, it's not a pretty sight.
I've never showered in my life.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Why are you doing this? Why are you arguing about this?
I've never seen Noah in person, and so he could stink. I don't know.
Be very smelly. Yeah.
We
should go ask. We should ask some people who have met him in person. Like,
there's
Ryan
people in this
Cahill
group. There's people
Andy
who will
Peliquin.
watch this who have met me in person. So
I'm gonna ask Andy Peliquin and Ryan Cahill to tell me if you stink.
Yeah, those are the two people you should ask about me.
They'll give me very honest answers, I'm sure.
Smells like
they will give you the least honest answer you've ever heard.
Oh shit. Okay, so
do we want to talk about Perrin?
Yes,
talking about Perrin and Silver Fox, and they meet and talk. But also we see, is this where we see the thingamabob? Oh shit, we get so much info here. Okay,
the end of this chapter has a ton. Yeah, this is where they have their sit down. This is a lot in the end of this chapter.
She's like, guess what, bro? You're now the master of the deck.
Which is fucking crazy. Because we didn't even know the deck had a master.
So, yeah, we did. I don't know if Erickson knew that either. until he wrote that.
I don't know how much of a plotter versus pantser he is. I imagine heavily plot based or plotter, but this does. There are parts of this that ring as like he was writing it and was like, oh shit, that's a cool idea. Just like put it in.
I mean, I do that. I'm a plotter and I do that.
He's a pantser.
I think he's a pantser.
I could have guessed that one.
No. Okay.
Look at his stuff, dude.
But at the very least, he's got a massive book Bible. There's no way
you got
he's coming up with this shit at the top of his head.
Malazan is based on
a D&D campaign.
Years of world building that he did in an RPG, a TTRPG. So he has the background in the world building already set up, and then he just plays in it.
That's the depth of this story. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
But it also explains some of how his narrative structure works. It's not always like typical narrative structure. So
no, he's completely unconventional when it comes to like putting stories together.
Yeah, that does explain some of that. And I'm assuming he also has to heavily edit to like match continuity, which is pretty standard of pantsers. So, end of this chapter, we get this is where someone said we get the first info dump in the series. Somebody in the club, and I kind of agree, but I think we've earned it.
It's also
you deserve
it's an info dump done the way all the people who are like you're not supposed to do info dumps want them done, which is in dialogue. We just get it. We get it through dialogue, which is usually unnatural, but in this situation, parents like, works. What the hell is going on? And Silver Fox was like, well, let me tell you.
Yeah, because we have an established character who is as confused as the reader. And so, and then another character who has the ability to explain some things. So I think that that's one reason it feels a little more natural, is just that, like, Perrin is very much, like, analogous to the reader at this point.
Yes.
In that he's been through a lot of shit, he doesn't understand most of it, and he's scared all the time. So, there's a stomach ache just constantly. So basically, as I understand, I'm going to look at your thing here. And this also, we see some more of the, in this conversation, the back and forth between Tattersail and Nightchill within Silver Fox.
Mm-hmm. But Perrin believes that he's pulled Tattersail to the surface at the end of this chapter. He believes he succeeded in doing it, but he's also, like, in true Perrin fashion, is like, yeah, but I'm gonna fail everyone.
Yeah, made me so
he's
sad,
like,
man. He just has no confidence in himself at all, which is funny considering he has, like, fist fought a god and won. So, you think he'd feel better about himself. Okay. The Deck of Dragons. Silver Fox has a theory about the Azath houses being linked to the houses in the deck. And apparently that's how Kellanved and Dancer took the vacant Shadow House.
We have that whole bit there where we get that another recap on, like, the Kellanved story and, like, more stuff about the Azath houses. And I guess Silver Fox has a theory that the houses, each Azath house represents a house within the Deck of Dragons. So,
because they used to be, before they were houses, they were holds. Before the Azath houses showed up, they were holds, and now the houses are here and now they're houses.
Yeah.
And Perrin believes that the entrance to High House Dark, which is the house of Animander Rake and the Tista Andi, is within Dragonpour's warren, where the wagon is.
Right. Yes,
which we kind of already knew based on his interaction with the hounds in book 1, but that's kind of what Opon said too, so we can assume that that's what that was.
Yes.
So, and that there's a new card. Silver Fox says we have a new card in the deck to aid in the upcoming war, which will affect the Warrens. And
we'd also just saw it on the bottom. It was painted on the bottom of the table.
It was painted on the bottom of the table.
That we saw on the table. Oh, we also found out that Fiddler and Hedge were totally cheating.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Which we kind of already knew. I mean, they made the...
but confirmed. And how they were doing it is very weird.
Just making up stuff.
Well, so they had, inside the table, they layered the deck of dragons. So that, because Fiddler's an adept, when they would pull cards, he would, like, know what card it is, based on, like, the card that, like, I guess, I don't know, like a glow. I imagine it, like, glowing or something.
It's a soft magic system.
Yes. Yeah,
Will understands it better than us, because it's soft.
It's soft, yeah. Soft, so.
I don't know what they're saying, y'all. I don't know what they're saying either.
Noah makes fun of me because I like using a soft magic system in my book. And so I get made fun of a little bit.
It's more like he likes not having to explain the magic than like.
Well, no, that's not fully it. I like magic to be mysterious and kind of like all like overpowering. So
it does make it easier. I understand. I understand why that would work best.
It's not about ease. It's about what I think is the best method of the storytelling. Hey, pre-order the book and you can tell me.
Noah adversely, he aspires to the Brandon Sanderson level of hard magic. He likes it to be like, he creates the magic system and then he starts to manipulate it. And like within a rule set. Like he loves that shit.
Yeah.
I'm 2 chapters into the Tethered God.
I'm a fan.
I'm
a fan of the like Joe Abercrombie approach where magic is like really fucking weird and nobody knows how it works.
Brother, have you read all of the First Law?
Yeah, I've read it all.
Oh my god, the Eaters, dude. The Eaters.
Every time magic shows up on the page, it's fucking terrifying.
So it's amazing.
This is totally
those are the most powerful mages in fiction for sure.
I guess I can't. Kind of spoilers if I bring up names.
What?
Oh yeah,
Eaters?
Yeah. I will say this is off track, but we're talking about magic systems, so I have to because I fucking love magic systems. Because you're 2 chapters into the Tethered God. So I love rules to a magic system. I love understanding it, but I also love, and you'll see this as you get further in my book, for that magic system to break. I think that's really interesting because it adds this. Then you have to fix it and remake that magic system again, and I think that's just so interesting being able to do that within a text. Especially if it lands. I think it's very fun to have. You think you understand the rules, but then it's like, no. This was all bullshit.
Well, that's kind of that's kind of the Sanderson approach, like with Mistborn. That's kind of similar to what he does in Mistborn.
Well, it's based on lies. Like what the understanding that you have in the beginning is based on lies, a mistruth that you then learn. Yeah, later on. Yeah,
I'm a big fan of that.
You have to do it that way. You can't create a hard magic system and then immediately break the rules. Doesn't because that's the end. That's like anathema too.
Now you don't have to explain every single rule, but there has to be at some point you have to understand why it could have happened.
Yeah, I have a hard magic system in my book, but the readers don't know what it is yet.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's kind of what we're doing with Malazan, right? Like there are rules, like there are lots of rules. We just don't know what
some of he does both. I think he has a very hard magic system when it comes to the Warrens, but a very soft magic system with like
the gods.
And there are a lot of like hedge witches and like they do some weird stuff that like they just make stuff up. And I think they're playing probably within the boundaries of a rule set that only Steven Erikson knows. But because he doesn't give you the rules, he's able to change them if he wants to. And I think that's also like, that's a difference between like, that's not a soft magic system. That's a hard magic system that is adaptable because you don't have all the information. And I feel like Steven Erikson does that a little bit. He like, you know what, today, but that's very D&D. Like there are so many rules to D&D, but as the DM, there's the rule of cool. It's like
you can't break it. Yeah,
I do like a soft magic system. I think you can do it really well, and it just adds a different layer.
Well, okay, I like an example. So I haven't read a lot of it. I've only read Theft of Swords, but isn't that kind of soft-ish magic?
No.
Okay, it's just maybe the
it is in Revelations, but then when you get to Legend of the First Empire, the magic system is explained.
That's what I've read. I haven't read the Revelations. I've only read like the first 4 books of the First Empire.
Of the Legends of the First Empire?
Legends of the First Empire.
Yeah, so for Maurice, it will be a hard magic system when he reads Revelations eventually, because he
But
understands
for me,
rules.
it's a soft magic system right now.
For you, it's soft. Yeah.
That's normal. For Maurice, it's hard, and for me, it's soft.
Baby.
Anyway, so
I don't know. You got a
I
lot
knew
of
we were
freaking
talking
kids.
about dicks. I knew we were talking about dicks the whole time. That's what I was trying to tell them, the audience.
Anyway, it's always dicks. It's always
But
dicks.
it's always dicks. No, I was saying eaters are they're the Flash.
Yeah.
First law.
They're
First law.
They're like Superman. Like they're
Yeah. So
crazy.
Abercrombie's magic is there's almost no explanation of it. 10 books deep, and we know very little to nothing about it, except that the people who have the ability to use it are fucking terrifying and can do basically anything they want.
Yes.
But there are also repercussions to it, because we see magic users who overextend themselves and are like in a coma for days.
That
but
happens
it's not
in
like
book 2.
Yeah, it's book
one
2.
of the
But they
main
don't
characters.
like. There's no explanation about it. It's not talked about. It's just feared. It's just feared.
Yeah.
And I think that's
I
fascinating.
got the long eye. I got the long eye.
Okay, so there's another example, right? So 7 books in, he introduces a whole new mechanic, just like totally throws
long eye,
everything
dude.
into shit. But there's also like always the question of if that even works, which I think is fascinating. Like
It's so fascinating.
even the characters it happens to, there's like a question about like how much of this is real, you know?
Yeah, we need to do a first law read. I feel like this is
First Law is so good. It's so good. But let's not be too ambitious.
Let's get through Memories of Ice.
All 3 of us have read that entire series, so it wouldn't be quite the same dynamic.
True. That's true.
Oh.
Okay. I think we're
Master
good.
of the Deck,
I think we
Aaron thinks he
Will's
brought
not
Talos and Tatterseals. So to the surface, and he's not going to try and sleep with the child.
Thank
Good.
God.
I like
And
how he does make the comment at one point of like, they'll hate me if we even hold hands.
Which
is true.
He's like, this is gross. Yeah. All right, let's move into chapter 5. Let's go.
Which is huge.
Yeah.
So let's just
Let me bring up my notes here. Chapter 5. Yeah, so that was basically the end of our last episode.
Yeah.
So now Will's gonna have a
I think
lot more to say on this one.
I think it's important that we note really quick, because you mentioned that the podcast might lag behind a little with the milestones on the
which I think is
Book Club.
fine.
Because these chapters are enormous, and we don't get paid for this, so we can't sit on here for 7 or 8 hours and do it. So,
which I would happily do if you guys do want to send us checks.
Yeah, sure. Pay us, and we'll do it.
I'm happy. I'm happy. We could give you the whole first hour of what we talk. Well, maybe not today. For the most part, we can give you the whole first hour of what we talk about.
Just the riff. we just get on here and riff for an hour before you even start the podcast.
The amount of things that people would learn if they listened to the first hour from today would be devastating.
Yeah, I don't think any. I don't think
there's so many secrets. We have too many secrets.
We do,
especially when it comes to like our writing too. Even like, I mean, Will's stuff's pretty open. He doesn't have any secrets. He just wants pre-orders. So. But like me and Maurice, big dogs, we got a lot of stuff in the background going on.
Yeah.
This is fun for me. I enjoyed this.
Is it worse that I haven't published a book yet and I talk like that? Is it
much worse?
Yeah.
It's so much worse. I have a book out. Let's just be clear. I have a book out that has been very well reviewed and like done really well. And yet I'm still looked at as the amateur on this fucking podcast. Like, and yes, it makes me mad. In case we're curious, yeah, I do. After we finish this, I sit here and seethe for 15 minutes before I go do anything else.
Man, you are fucked when I put a book out.
I'm
okay.
so fucked.
We all support each other a lot, just so you guys know.
We do.
We don't.
We do.
I mean, obviously, Will he does complain to his wife about both of us and our success, but
a lot.
To our faces, we're all very supportive of each other.
And then she tells me that like they're right, and I am a failure, so it's fine.
Yeah, your wife's like, yeah, I heard. She's like, yeah, I pre-ordered Noah's book.
Right? Oh God, I'd fucking kill myself. I'd walk into fucking traffic.
She's
Holy
like, I had a reel
shit.
come up, and I was like, oh, this book sounds good. I'm gonna pre-order it.
Oh shit.
Okay, chapter 5.
This isn't water, in case you guys are curious.
It's chocolate milk. Chapter 5.
What? How is? God damn it! That's just worse for me. Jesus Christ!
He really picked the worst thing he could have picked.
I could have said strawberry milk.
You could have. I expected you to just go
That
with the
would have been
joke
worse.
and
You're
say
right,
that it's
you're right.
vodka or something. But no,
No, chocolate.
Yeah,
She-
I was
no,
about to sing. I was about to start
Will's-
singing Tennessee whiskey, but this motherfucker said chocolate
Will's
milk.
laughing because he doesn't call it chocolate milk. He calls it chalky milk.
fucking A.
He always,
What the fuck?
The only thing I cut out of this podcast is basically Will's like, "Hey guys, can we have a chalky milk break?" And then I do cut those out because it's a little too embarrassing for him.
And for us.
I've
Yeah.
never asked
I don't-
for a milk
I don't-
break ever. Oh, fuck.
I'm not gonna be able to breathe.
Surely they know that that's not true. But I don't. Okay, we're talking about this
Fucking
a little
crying.
bit.
Oh my God.
I don't think people
Oh.
understand that Noah, the only time he's serious is when he's recommending a book. And that's it. And maybe even only half the time. Honestly.
Look,
God.
There's nothing I'm as serious about as Will's chalky milk breaks. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's it.
But besides that,
Are you serious about?
hey, if anybody got this far, comment chalky milk break.
Oh, there's the people.
Chalky milk break. If anybody got 41 minutes into this, what's going to inevitably be a 3-hour podcast.
It is not. It is not. I gotta pick my kids up.
Okay, let's read chapter 5. Chapter 5. Chapter 5.
Come on.
All right.
Oh, shit.
okay.
Come on, Will. Let's go.
Okay, this is one where Lady Envy is hitting on Talk. So north, Talk, Lady Envy, and Tool make camp alongside their 3 Segula companions. Through conversation, we learned Lady Envy once traveled with Animator Rake and Kaladin Brood, and that Brood carries a hammer capable of awakening Burn, the sleeping goddess. The Segula, it turns out, are a punitive army of 3 sent to kill the Panyan Seer for dispatching missionaries to their island. They invited him to war. He declined, so they came to him. Very Segula. Love it. The night's highlight is a fierce duel between Thurul and Tool, after which Lady Envy blasts Mock with sorcery when he tries to interfere with her healing. Back in Pale, the group realizes Perrin isn't sick from the hounds. He's fighting his own ascendancy, and that resistance is what's destroying him. Whiskey Jack orders him watched closely, and we get a cryptic hint that Night Chill may be a single immortal entity spanning centuries. The section closes with Whiskey Jack and Dewjack confirming that Moonspawn will appear at Coral when their enemies engage with the Panyan Domin. Good chapter. Very fun chapter, I thought. I love the first part of it at camp. Segula are great. I love it. And then Lady Envy. I love when Lady Envy's healing them and then they get mad and she's like, nah, fuck you. She just blasts them.
Can you start with how badass it is that because we're learning about the Segula like hierarchy at this point. And so the guy who fought Tool is which rank? Like 6th or something? Did they say?
Yeah.
No, he's
6th,
higher,
which
I think.
third?
The third, Mock is the third, right?
Okay.
So
he's like the
lower,
third
I
best
mean,
of the best
lower
swordmen.
rank.
yeah.
The rule is...
I don't remember what his rank was. But basically Tool fought him off with the flat of his blade.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking about your chalky milk.
I know, man. I took a drink a second ago and almost spit it out because I thought the fucking milk.
So the rule is in the high hundreds.
Okay, so he's that low. And
But that's still really good.
that
right?
is, but again, Mock is the third.
Right.
And this dude was able to at least give Tool a fight.
Yeah.
Now, Tool won with the flat of his blade. So, I mean, he don't think he was ever in danger.
That catches Mock's attention.
Yeah. Because now Mock is like,
yeah,
oh shit, maybe that dude's... Yeah. Like he was fighting him non-lethally, essentially. So I'm curious if we're going to get the Mock Tool fight at some point. So that would be interesting. I kind of viewed Tool as like among the best fighters in Malazan, but then because Erikson is always doing power scaling, who knows?
Well, and it's crazy because you also get insight into Rake just casually appearing on the Segula Island and being assailed for 2 hours straight. Like, just fighting Segula after Segula.
And he got to 7? He got to the 7.
He got to 7, and he's like, I need to leave. This place.
He was just bored and just left.
Yeah.
So the implication there is he could have kept going and probably could have beaten them all, but just decided not to.
Maybe.
We don't know. We don't know how strong Mock is.
He is number 7. Rake is number 7, and he needs to go claim his mask. And she's like, he's never going to do that. What do you do? And we're like, well, I'll fight him.
Yeah.
Is what I'll do.
I love the Segula.
Segula are awesome, dude.
I also like
They're
that they
so fucking dope.
I also
dude.
really enjoy that they sent an army and it's 3 people.
Yeah, that's all you need, baby.
Which is so
it's
badass.
Incredible.
So badass. Of like, yeah, we're gonna send an army to fuck you up.
Army.
And we're gonna. It's only just 3 dudes. Just like, that's awesome. So there's been a lot of talk at this point in the book about how strong they are and their hierarchy, and so like I really am excited to see Mock in action at this point. That's all I'm saying.
I want to say I love that Erikson, like with anybody who's strong in his book, like he hypes them so hard. Yes,
like he does.
And he does, and it's never. It's like it's rarely disappointing. When it gets to the point, he just hypes and hypes and hypes, and it's like, oh shit, he wasn't joking.
Right.
When Tool is fucking terrifying.
Tool is first sword of possibly the best killers in the world. So it's like he's had 300,000 years to just get better. But I also wonder if there's something to be said for like how often has he actually fought somebody that could fight back? At this point, like.
Well, the Jaggets weren't swordsmen. I mean, by nature, they were sorcerers, and so
the only time we've really seen him fight with the sword was the Raiders on the Rivi Plain when he saved Lorne, and then he like decimated them. That wasn't a fight.
Yeah,
and then he fought. Was it the
he was fighting the tree.
The tree.
Yeah, the Finnis. Yeah.
But Perrin. That was through Perrin's eyes. I don't know that we have a great picture of how strong the tree was.
He couldn't even track them. Like he was like, what the hell? They're just like moving in a blur.
Yeah. So I don't know. We're gonna see. Sure.
He's like, in a blink of an eye, he did 3 strikes, and the first Segula, who is an initiate still, an 11th level initiate apparently, he blocked 2 of them without fully, like, as he was drawing his swords, which is insane. Like,
well, again, we're through Tok's eyes, and who I get the impression Tok's not much of a swordsman either. So
no, he's an archer.
Yeah, so we get so Tool is fast enough. Tool is fast enough that he can't track his movements, but the guy who's not even ranked is able to block them without his swords.
Yes,
that's what
as he's drawing.
His swords are half out, and they were like half out of their sheaths. Yeah, and he managed to block 2 strikes. Like that's incredible. And so I'm just we're getting a lot of talk about how strong Tool is, and a lot of talk about how strong Mock is. And I feel like we're gonna see at some point who the strongest is. Is my personal thought.
Well, and now we know too where Rake. We know where Rake kind of like potentially ranks. He could be higher. Yeah. And we've heard about this guy or this person. We don't know if it's a man or woman who is number 1, who has no on their mask.
Yeah. Well, and also,
but they don't come out. They like
the second is missing, right? Isn't there something about the second is missing?
Yeah.
I don't remember all the details about it, but yeah, the second is missing, so we don't even know who the second is. The second could theoretically be anybody because they wear masks. So, and then the first, we don't. They're mysterious figures. And like the version of the story we get from Envy is basically that Rake just got bored and gave up and could have kept going. We don't know if that's true. For all we know, he was half dead when he dragged himself away. So I'm curious to see kind of if we get resolution to that at some point.
Sorry, I had to bounce out of there for a second.
I want to say this too. The Segula are one of those that are also lightly featured in the main 10. So like the Crimson Guard, they kind of belong to Esselmont, I think. So that's something to note. I don't want y'all to have the same disappointment I had in a series that was always thrilling. There were two main disappointments, and it's that we didn't get nearly enough Crimson Guard, and we didn't get nearly enough Segula.
But they are featured in the Esselmont books, is what you're saying.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we get that. Then Tok has a vision, right? This is where he gets his vision of all this, right? So, and make sure I have this straight. So he gets the vision about Brood and Burn. That's where we are, right?
Yes.
Or I'll make sure because there's like two big visions, and I'll make sure I'm not confusing them.
Okay. Yes, this is. Sure. I think Will's right.
That's where Tok goes, is to see that. Or is that?
There's some stuff that happens before that. Is that right?
There is, but I just don't know what.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Shit. Hold on. Let me make sure.
Does Rake?
Okay, we do learn about the hammer, but we learn about it from Lady Envy.
Yeah, Lady Envy tells about the hammer because she used to travel.
Okay. Tok's vision is a different thing. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So that Lady Envy is like, let me tell you about Animander Rake. We used to bang.
Of course.
Sure. And I used to travel with him and Brood and Osric.
The hammer is
penis. Yeah.
The hammer is Dujak's one arm.
And the hammer is capable of waking Burn. That's what we learn here, is that the hammer is capable of waking Burn. We don't learn what happens when that happens until later on in the chapter when we're with Rake and Brood, I believe. Or Jesus, there's so much that happens in this.
Well, Rake, I'm just making sure chapter. Rake comes.
Rake shows up in this chapter.
This is okay. So the big vision, there's a big vision in that scene too, but Tox I think comes later, and I'm just making sure that I'm got everything straight. This is a lot.
Yeah.
These couple of chapters.
So then we're done with Lady Envy and that whole group. She tells Tok a story about Rake. We get some Segula love, and then we go to Pale with Whiskey Jack, Quickbin, and Mallet, and they're talking about Perrin and how Perrin is dying because he's resisting this ascendancy, basically.
Yes.
So that's why he has so much indigestion.
It's very funny to me that not wanting to be a god, but almost becoming one anyway just makes your tummy hurt. It's very funny to me for some reason.
I mean, it probably would.
It probably would.
It would. They're all worried about Silver Fox, and like she's gonna be basically the leader of the Talana Mas, which is crazy. But they need her to make the right decision when it comes to that. And then we're in Brood's camp. They're all the talking about Silver Fox. And then fucking the delegation shows up and it's Croup. It's just Croup.
he gets out of the carriage. What the fuck?
I
love this.
As soon as he started, he just comes out monologuing. He just walks out just already in the mid-monologue, and it's hilarious.
Doesn't he have food on his shirt, too? Wasn't that a detail?
Yeah, I'm sure he's holding pastries.
That he has food all over him.
covered in
Oh
like
my
powder,
gosh.
like powdered sugar.
You know, a funny note about Kruppa or Krupp was I kind of in this lit RPG I'm writing, I kind of based one of my characters off Kruppa. Kind of, he's like an assassin, a fat assassin, and my main beta reader like got to chapter 30, and he's like, "We're starting to get to the point that this is like fat shaming," because I'm always mentioning to him like pulling pastries out of his pockets.
You got to read Malazan, dude.
And I'm like, I understand how it could see like that, but it's really, that's not the point.
It
But
doesn't.
it's like, so I've got to pull it back a
disrespectful
little
of
bit.
Krupp.
I love Kruppa, dude.
Well, I think the thing about Krupp is that he's doing, it's all, you think it's, I mean, it could all be an act, but it's also, you never really know.
He might just like pastries.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't?
They do make my tummy hurt a little bit.
Yeah, well.
And I like also that when Cole and Murillo and Estragian Doll, when they all show up, and Cole's just like shit talking Kruppa because he's he basically, if I understood correctly, they were moving there slower because the horses suddenly became unavailable they were going to use. The implication being, of course, that Kruppa stole them, went ahead of the delegation. So I love getting the Phoenix Inn gang back. That was awesome.
Yeah, we got the boys back.
The boys are back in town, baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
with the exception of
for
Rallick
two.
Nom. Yeah, Rallick
And Crocus.
and Crocus.
Well, they're busy.
They are, well, yeah. We know for sure Crocus is. We don't know what Rallick is doing at this exact moment.
Yep.
So, yeah, and then Kruppa, of course, suggests the Trigale. Okay, I've been reading it Trigale, but it's actually pronounced Trigala, I think, from the audio.
I say Trigale. So
Trigala?
Trigala. That's how the
Trigala.
That just sounds like Trogdor to me.
Trogdor!
And Trogdor is not a wyvern, so I'm not sure if Noah likes him or not. But
Trogdor is an amputee bipedal dragon.
He's bipedal, yeah.
I don't dislike dragons that have 4 legs. I just like wyverns more.
Fair
You
enough.
said you dislike them.
I said they freak me out.
Yeah, you're changing up on us, dog.
But I still like Saphira. Like I still like Saphira. You know, it's
Is that the
like,
dragon from Aragon?
Yeah, you know, it's like it's fine. It's just
Yeah,
I
Paolini
prefer.
uses the 4
I like when
variant.
they're creeping up on you, dude. You know, that's like fucking scary.
I nailed the whole.
You think you
they're
nail
like
everything?
A tiger, dude. I do nail everything. 1, 2, but it's the tiger versus snake. Like wyverns feel more like reptilian, and
yeah, they do. I can see that.
And dragons feel more like powerful, like they're a fucking tiger, like they're cunning.
I view
Someone had a good
dragons-
point. Someone had a good point on my TikTok this morning. They said, well, if we assume dragons are like dinosaurs, right? If that's our closest comparison, then we have to assume chickens descended from dinosaurs. And it makes sense that they would just have 2 legs and then their wings as their other appendages. I was like, oh.
So
yeah, if they're based on pterodactyls.
In real
just
life,
velociraptors, right? Or T-Rex. I mean, they got little wimpy legs.
well, they have
maybe used to be wings,
like
right?
arms. So, evolutionarily, yes, it totally makes sense. If they were real, they would probably be wyverns. But those are not magical creatures.
I consider myself a man of science.
Do you?
What about a griffin?
That's why I like a hard magic system.
But a griffin? That griffin looks sick.
Griffins are cool. Look, they don't look weird to me. For some reason, dragons, a dragon in my mind has always just looked like a wyvern to me, what people call a wyvern. That's just how I've liked them.
Everybody's got their opinions. It's fine.
They made
I like a griffin.
They
I
made
like
Smog.
a griffin.
Smog.
Yeah,
Now,
he looks
Smog
freaking awesome.
In the book, Smog has 4
Is-
legs, right?
Yes.
Am I right about that? That's right.
It's more like a
Tolkien
worm
is-
with wings, right?
Yeah,
He's
he's
a
more.
purist.
That's what I was gonna say. He's more like he's like long and skinny with the legs.
Yeah.
That's kind of how he is in the book.
Which would have looked
Um,
lame in the movies, let's be real.
It would have, yeah. No, I think that
Benedict
was-
Cumberbatch as Smog was pretty sick.
It's good
And
casting.
he did that voice
Good
himself.
casting.
Yeah, my name is Smog. Just like that.
That was perfect.
That's my dragon. You know what? You know what I think the real, we're getting so off, but I don't give a fuck. You know what I think the real argument about dragons is? This is the real thing that I care about. When it really comes down to it, I'm not a big fan of, well, no offense, I'm not a big fan of the dragon bond. How it's the normal trope of a dragon bond. I'm just not a huge fan of that. I like it more like, I like when they're bonds, like you're bonded with your horse or you're bonded with your dog. Like that's
so
what
you like them
I like.
more like an animal. Like
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's how, and to me, like that's what a wyvern looks like to me.
I agree with you, actually. I think that if you're talking about like an animal dragon, wyverns make way more sense. I think if you're talking about like an intelligent dragon, the legs make more sense because it seems more intentional. Like
because smart people have 4 legs.
Sure.
No, okay. So here's the thing. I actually think I like all of them. I think they all look sick.
They all can be cool. I'm not like saying one's cooler than the other.
The wyvern looks more like bestial to me, though. It does look like more. It's like a dumber version. It is like an animal that you like can train or not. You know, it's like trying to train a fucking big cat, right? But with dragons, I do like the old school, like Terry Pratchett. They're
like Dragonheart.
Yeah, they're cunning and they're smart and they're kind of evil and they're like they talk like Smog. You know, like they're scary because they're like
I can make an indie rec if anybody's interested. I have there's an indie series by NJ Guai. The first book is called Before the Sky Breaks. It's like evil dragons, and they're very similar. And it was actually really super refreshing to read because you don't get evil dragons as much anymore. So it has griffins.
Do you have evil dragons in your book?
I do have an evil dragon in my book. Yes.
Just one?
Well, in this book. So there's the whole story is kicked off by an evil dragon. So
Samantha Shannon does a pretty good job with the
her dragons are more I haven't read that series. Aren't they? They're more like Asian inspired, right? That's the kind of
what? Who's
Samantha Shannon? The ones on the cover look more like Asian inspired.
They're dragons, but I think
I don't. The covers are kind of. Yeah, I don't know. The covers are kind of. I mean, you can't trust the cover always.
The Poet Empress has it's like a magical animal dragon that's also like Chinese inspired. It's pretty sick.
All right. Well, we should get off the dragon cast probably.
Probably.
Okay, but let me say this.
One more dragon thing.
Yeah, one more dragon thing. Chinese dragons are crazy because they have eagle legs, and they have deer antlers, and they have something else. The body.
Yeah, if you watch Raya has really cool dragons. The Disney movie.
Yeah, and so does How to
I wish the movie was better, but the dragons are cool.
I don't mind the movie.
It's okay. It just didn't like blow me away.
I mean, it's a kid's movie. It's like I don't know.
She has that cool sword that I really like.
She does have a cool sword. Yes.
The wiggly one?
Yeah, the wiggly one.
Yeah,
the whip sword.
That's how I picture razors in Red Rising.
And Red Rising.
It's like wiggly.
What's a whip?
Yeah, I know.
Shoot, I'd take a razor.
Oh, sure, they're cool. I'm just saying that's how I picture them. Okay,
should we go to chapter 6?
No, we're not.
We're still in chapter 5, buddy. Chapter 5, the delegation from Darushan arrives.
We can probably kind of skim over the negotiations.
We get a deck reading. And the Trigal Trade Guild they're gonna hook up the armies with supplies because it's the only way they can get to him. That's why Krupp is there. He's actually a representative of the Trigala Trade Guild. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then, so with the Deck of Dragons, we get an interesting reading. It looks like Callum has now become an assassin of High House Shadow.
Safe.
He's pictured. Then we see Perrin's card, the Master of the Deck card, that apparently Silverface Fox painted. What the fuck? I got lost in the sauce there. The bridge burners are headed to the Whiteface Barghast clan because they're going to try to recruit them to fight with them. That should go fine. That should go real fine. And then Animator Rake appears in his dragon form, and he just he shows up, and then 3 people run to him immediately, and it's Corlat, the Maybe, and fucking bitch ass, what's his name?
It's
Calor. And Calor's like, you must punish her! Kill her now!
This is kind of how I picture him talking, by the way.
Yeah. And then Rake's like, what? And Corlat's like, no, you can't kill her. She's on our side. And then Brood comes out, and Brood's like, Rake, you better not fucking pull that sword out, or I will be so pissed, and I'll have to stop you. And then things get real fucking tense. And, like, Rake Rake tries to examine her. Oh, God. Rake tries to examine her, and she bats him away. Silver Fox does. And he's like, well, I'm not used to being talked to like that. So he grabs his fucking sword, and then Brood's like, God damn it. And he pulls out his hammer, which can break the world.
Yeah,
and
if he wakes up, Bernie ends the world. So, like,
but he pulls that bitch out. He's like, okay, I'm going to do this. And then, they're like, and then Whiskey Jack pulls his sword.
Whiskey Jack steps in the middle of it.
Yeah,
and
he's like,
this was
all
so
right,
badass.
Let's go.
He steps in the middle and plants his sword in the ground.
Yes.
And they're like, you got to move. And he's like, nah, I'm right where I need to be. Which is such a badass line.
Such an aura moment, dude. Oh, my God. What a
Let's keep in mind, though, that if Whiskey Jack tried to fight either one of them, he'd probably be paced.
These gods. He doesn't give a fuck, dude. But Whiskey Jack is good with a sword. He's like,
he is, but he also is
fight. He's
regarded as a broken leg.
Duelist. Right.
He does have a boo-boo. He does have a
boo-boo. And then Calor's like, I've got your left. Let's go. And then, like, he's
inserting himself in the middle of this.
Yeah, he's like, I hate this. God, I hate this guy.
He's like, how can I use this to my advantage?
And then, is this how? Yeah, Croup comes flying out of the tent on the table in the middle of this. He's like holding onto the legs, eating still, and like.
Okay, let's say what this is. This is a Deadhouse Gates moment with the standoff meets a Garden to the Moon moment. That's what this is. Yeah. You have those two colliding in Memories of Ice.
Fucking comes out and he's like, somebody help me down. And like, I'm like, I feel like Croup is doing this. I feel like Croup did this on purpose.
And he could get down on his own, I bet.
Yes! He could float down, I bet. Like, I don't think he would land hard, you know?
No.
He's breaking the tension.
Yes. He broke the tension. He successfully broke the tension. Rake's like, okay. And then he puts his sword, like, he's like, I won't take Dragnipur out. And then they go inside, and Croup continues to just fucking monologue at them in the... even after they've already agreed. They've already agreed they're going to do it, and Croup just is still talking.
Well, there's one big thing that happens in the middle of those two things, which is that Perrin gets teleported, just randomly disappears and reappears in front of Rake.
Well, first he gets teleported first to the house, right?
No, so he teleports in front of Rake, and then like in his spirit travels essentially to
the exact house. Teleports, lands in front of Rake, and then passes out. And
but like
unconscious.
The implication is that no time passes, basically. But like, he's
okay.
Yeah. He is then. Yeah. This is one of my favorite scenes.
Can you imagine just fucking Rake standing there and then
appears so he gets teleported to Rake, and before he has a chance to do anything, his mind gets teleported away again, and he's looking at Raced. So
Raced, the tyrant, the jagged tyrant,
who most recently just basically almost leveled Darujistan. So, but
and
also
he's kind of weirdly chill in this chapter.
I said everybody they should go back and give me their votes because Raced is clearly chill, and would be a good hang.
You're not allowed to use this. It's like a court case. You can't use info from this book.
I'm just saying.
So
I was
maybe
right.
on your next one.
I just know.
We have winners,
as this
right?
continues,
I won the fight.
I lost
and you
both.
And you won the hang. Yeah.
I got second.
I won
in
the
both.
fight by a lot. It was not
You
close. I think I got 80%
Oh shit!
of the vote because I had.
I got second in both. Okay. And it's because you had fucking. It's all because you had fucking Ikariam.
Yeah, because I had the
That's it.
strongest guy in a fight. Yes.
And he only won because he had the horse. And I stand by that. If he didn't have that horse, he would not have won.
Ikariam and the Grawl horse, man, they carried.
The horse was a good. Look, Ikariam was an obvious pick to win that one, but the horse, that was a sleeper pick, and you guys got to give me respect.
100%. I was not picking the horse. I was not going to pick the horse.
We should have taken the dogs.
Sleeper pick, baby.
We should have taken the dogs. That's what we should have done.
Oh, the Chihuahua and the cattle dogs?
Yep.
That would have been good.
Yep.
Yeah, Bent, Roach, and the Hounds, I think, might have been able to overtake
the horse. Yeah.
The horse.
I already have my sleeper pick for this book that nobody's going to think of. I got it.
So, this one's
the
got a lot of characters. This book has a lot of characters in it.
Well, I'm never going for the battle one, first off.
I am every time. I want it.
I'm highly competitive, and so I will go for both in equal measure.
Same.
So anyway, though,
I was kicking y'all's asses that first hour. Both of you. I was winning both.
The whole video is you doing pitches for yourself.
I am.
So yeah, you won a few votes off the rip.
I'm surprisingly not competitive. I think that would surprise people. I really don't care.
I'm a very highly competitive person.
Yeah, we could have.
Yeah, this
that.
is not news to anybody. I'm extremely high. I'm very high strung and very competitive, and that will surprise no one.
I think people wouldn't think Maurice was competitive.
I'm very competitive, but I'm also a good loser. If that makes sense. Like I'm not a sore loser.
You're both two of my favorite losers, to be fair.
What? That is really insulting.
All I heard was favorite.
No, buddy. All love. All love.
You're my favorite loser.
Loser at what, though?
Like, I think he just means loser. I think he's just saying.
I'm not a loser.
I think he's just calling me a loser, which is like
don't let Will poison my words.
Not
for
cool,
you, Maurice.
man.
You just take what I said and love it.
What the fuck?
I thought he was talking about the losing it because of the growl horse.
What is that?
It's a vacuum for his keyboard.
Yeah, it's a air thing. I got one of these electric ones, so I was like, I've only ever had the ones that can get you high.
I do like those ones. You should blow that thing on your gooch.
Fuck. What the fuck?
No.
Just do it right now. Oh no.
You're like, that's a good idea.
Noah busted out the massage chair the other day. I guess, all bets are off.
It's got to be one of the sweatiest places on a man's body. Is the gooch, right?
I mentioned gooch smell in my book I'm working on right now.
Good. Smell.
All
right, so
what is?
What did I describe the market
it?
as? It smelled like cinnamon and hot wings.
Why would it smell like hot wings?
Why do you have hot wings in your book, in your fantasy book?
It's a lit RPG.
It's a lit RPG.
This is lit RPG.
I was like, in the Tethered God? What? Bro,
somebody's hot wings. Oh god!
It's like hot wings.
Now I'm imagining
sauce.
I'm
That's
imagining
in chapter 4.
If you took a Stephen King approach to the Tethered God and just included some like really weird real world details or something into it.
Yeah, I don't do that, but
he does.
Be funny.
So you've read The Gunslinger,
Yeah.
Dude, in The Gunslinger, he rapes a woman with a shotgun in the first book.
Yeah, he does. I forgot about that. Oh man,
it's insane.
Those books are. I never read past book 1. in that series, but like
book one's wild. I liked it in a weird way.
Book.
It's hard to explain
Really?
why I liked it though. I couldn't. I think my review actually that review did really well because I started like this is one of the worst books I ever read, but I loved it.
Yeah.
So I think that's how I started.
The book is objectively a good time, but it's like it's weird as hell. Because you can never tell if it's like post-apocalyptic, Western, standard fantasy, or like portal fantasy because it just messes with all those genres.
It's the first lit RPG, dude.
It's so obscure. It's like really obscurely written, but I think it was written at a time when that was more common.
I was like, you said obscure, and I'm like, it's like one of the best-selling fantasy books ever.
It's like, well, it's that 90s. It's that Dresden time, right?
Yeah.
There's just like everything was very mysterious and kind of sexy and like
you have no idea really what's going on. Like you kind of have an idea of the landscape a little, but it changes constantly. They're on a mountain and they're in a desert, and then they're in a mine town, and then they're in a room, and then there's he's like.
That book also has a segment where he's in a minecart, if I remember correctly, he's in a minecart going through a mine, shooting people in the face, like as they pop out of the dark
dude.
at it. Yeah,
it's like a ride. It's like a
ride
carnival game.
It's like a theme. Yeah, it's like very strange. So I never got past book one. I don't really have a whole lot of interesting one past book one, but like
I kind of got interest.
It was a good time.
I heard it gets better. That first.
I heard it gets weirder. So
I will say this: if anybody's interested, I just finished book 5 of Dresden Files, and that series got really good. So
everyone says it gets really, really good.
Yeah.
Does he give women autonomy? Do they have?
It gets better about that. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, like the weird 90s stuff earlier, where it's just like we're always talking about breasts.
I haven't read.
Yeah, every woman is first described by the shape of their breasts.
Book 5 is the first time. Well, there's always through the early books. So Murphy is a pretty cool chick, and they don't talk about her boobs. But then in book 5, there's not a new woman introduced, but a woman reintroduced, and she's way cooler in book 5 than she was in the earlier books. So
apparently,
obviously
Murphy was based on his wife,
his ex-wife.
His ex-wife
doesn't.
Okay, that's funny. Okay. That's funny. I mean, Murph is dope, dude. She is awesome.
He describes her in book 1 by her breasts. Like
I don't remember. I remember book 1 and 2 are just like, what the fuck am I reading?
She's such an uptight broad, you know? She just really wants to. I'm just like, oh my God, calm down, Dresden.
I haven't read Dresden, but I read the first Codex Alera book, Furies of Calderon.
We get some boobies in that too.
He does, but it's funny because I feel like he wrote that obviously a lot later than he started writing Dresden, and like his female characters are fine, like they're not really like stereotypical or bad characters in any way. The writing is good, but every single one of them at some point you will learn their cup size. Like
that's insane. That's not normal. That's not normal to know that.
It's just very funny, and like if they're not well endowed in that way, that will be a plot. Also,
I'm just gonna say a really big seller in the fantasy world is Romantasy, where they talk about the size of guys' dicks.
That's true.
We need to understand it goes both ways.
There is some of that.
We shouldn't judge either way.
I don't think
one is relegated to its own subgenre, while the other is
urban fantasy usually talks about boobs a lot.
Well, okay, if you want a really good detective series, read Rivers of London. Urban fantasy. It's so
I feel like classic fantasy often described women's appearance like that. Like it wasn't uncommon.
100%.
Especially depending on the classic fantasy that you were talking about, like
that's all those jokes about men writing women are like
they
based
come from
those books.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
her
they
boobs
would talk about
bounced boobily as she
the size of
her way
breasts
into
their
I do not talk about body shape of a woman at all in my book.
No,
I should go back and add it. More sales.
I should go back and add it. That's what you took from that. I like that, and you wonder why people don't like you.
I mean, you have people like George R. R. Martin who describes everything. I mean, you know what the dicks look like. You know what the only problem is. He has this conception that women are always thinking about their breasts when they're walking and like how shirts feel on their breasts when they rub against their nipples and stuff. And I'm like, I don't think that's how they think, George. Because like we're not describing Tyrion how his balls feel in his, you know, his
We
pants.
should describe that more because balls are the worst.
I want to have a book.
We are always thinking about our balls and what.
Yeah,
I want
like,
a book where partway through a dialogue, there's a description of how a male character moves his leg to unstick his balls from his body.
Yes, but I think that's why George R. R. Martin.
That's representation,
girls
baby.
That way, yeah. I think that's why he wrote the girls that way.
Maybe
that because he's like, well, they must be. If I had boobs, I would always be aware of what
touching
they're doing.
them.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Touching
and caressing them. Right.
Just all the time, just gently.
Just like Jesus Christ.
I'm not cutting this.
We're back in chapter 6.
We're still in 5, homie.
Damn it.
Yeah, let's move to 6. Let's move to 6.
I want to say real quick, he hangs out with Raced. Raced is a chill dude, and you all gave me shit, and we all saw him wrong. He's also basically half dead. On top of that, Ralik Nam.
Let's not forget
Ralik Nam,
he's a tyrant.
Yeah, he's a bad guy, but is he a bad guy? I don't know. He's
Will talking about Trump.
Oh, no. Wait. It's like that.
Look, I know he's a bad guy, but is he that bad of a guy?
It's like that scene from The Punisher where
He's a bad guy.
No,
bad guy to be around. Yeah. Yes. Let's be clear. We don't support. None of us support Trump, and he shits himself, and he killed babies. And
he's a bad person and a bad president.
Let's not get this removed. Let's not get this removed from YouTube.
So also, so Ralik Nam and the head of the Assassin's Guild, are also in the house, seemingly asleep in the doorway. And Raced is like, yeah, I don't know what they're doing. They've been there this whole time. Not really sure what's going on with that. And he shows Perrin like through the house, and he shows him. What's the thing he shows him?
The hole.
The hole. He does. Raced shows Perrin the hole, and basically Perrin is taken to the flagstones. Bears the image of a hut. He goes. And then he like sees the hut and like the beast hold, and he has 2 thrones, both of which were empty, which he believes means the beast gods that dwelt here are probably dead. And these are the gods of the Talanamas, at least is how I read it. And he ruminates on the fact that the Talanamas have outlived their gods and how like sad that is. And then Perrin learns about Brood's hammer, and that it can shatter, burn, and it can unchain the crippled god.
Mm-hmm.
And Burn would be ambivalent to that and could simply restart the world, but everybody would die. And humanity would suffer because the crippled god would be unleashed. So Brood chooses just not to use the hammer.
Brother, you're just reading my recap.
I sure am. You walked away, homie. I don't know.
And also,
you don't get to.
Did y'all hear me say the hold?
Yeah, we thought you said hole.
I heard everything. I was like, the hold!
No, it's the hole, dude.
It's the hole.
Race shows Perrin his hole. Race has a lot of holes actually now because his skin is hanging off of his body basically from the fight he had with the dragons.
Yeah, so. He got his ass kicked. So yeah, Brood chooses not to do that. Then Perrin shows back up at camp, and Quickben he's like, hey, I can get that table down because it's just floating there. And Rake's like, you're interesting, and Quickben's like, please don't look at me deeply, intimately. And Rake's like, fine, I won't. For some reason. And then maybe she tries to go kill herself. She's like, I'm going to go kill myself right now. And Corlat and Crone, they have like, I mean, the Bechdel test is fucking passed right here in this moment with these 3 women who are like, I don't know. I was weirdly emotional about. I'm kind of weirdly emotional about the Mybee's whole story. I think it's so fucking sad. And then, but like this Crone moment of Crone being like, "I'm gonna help you." I'm like, okay, Crone. I love Crone. And then Corlat's like, "I'm not letting you kill yourself, dude." Yeah. And the Mybee's like, "Dude, you're autistic Andy. You don't give a shit." And she's like, "Well, I do. And I'm not letting you kill yourself. Let's go."
Are you guys shipping Crone and Cruppa at all? Like me?
No.
Okay.
The giant bird?
The bird? That's definitely not, dude.
I'm shipping Crone and Cruppa.
She's not even a humanoid at all.
Jason,
don't you dare do a
don't do it, Jason.
Crow woman.
Don't do it, please.
Don't do it.
Make sexy Crone. I want sexy Crone.
He makes her weirdly humanoid. Okay, and then we go with Rake and Brood, and Rake and Brood have this conversation that makes it seem like they were kind of play acting a little bit to me, where they like aren't actually. They've got people convinced that they're kind of at odds.
They're not. I get the impression
but they're not.
A lot of this is an act. Yeah.
They just like are constantly keeping people off guard, and I think it's
like me and Ryan Cahill.
Yeah.
They are. Which one are you?
Well, we know.
Do we?
He's Crone. Ryan Cahill's Croup.
I'm Crone's pool boy. I'm deciding Crone is my new hot Malazan lady.
She has a cloaca. You can't do this.
I'm in.
What?
Cloaca.
It's a soft magic system. Anything's available.
Let me see what a cloaca is.
Please Google it.
Yeah, Google Crone's cloaca.
Their butt?
That's where everything happens.
It's their reproductive organ. It's like all of it goes in one way.
That's crazy. How do you know that?
Is that what birds just got one hole, bro?
I know a lot of wild, like random trivia, dude.
I would assume dragons all have one hole too.
Do dragons have dicks?
Wyverns probably do. Dragons probably have lots of holes.
No, wyverns have humongous dicks. They drag on the. So I was wrong. They actually have 5 arms.
What the fuck?
All right, guys, I'm getting us back on track. Okay,
please
shut up, everyone. Y'all, shut up. We also learned that the Panyan Daman is related to the Crippled God in some way. They're connected. Then we get to Whiskey Jack and Quickbin. They're talking about the table. They're talking about the Tragella Trade Guild and Baruch. Everyone. Oh, and then Kaller comes up and he's like, "You made a mistake, Whiskey Jack, you stupid bitch." And then Quickbin's like, "Hole." And then he shows him the hole. A hole opens up beneath Kaller, and he just falls in. And they're just like, they just laugh and walk away. And that is basically what happens in chapter 5. All right, let's do chapter 6.
Shit.
My friends, we're going to do chapter 6. And
then I think
we're gonna call this episode after chapter 6.
And then what I'm going to do, I have a way to get us back on track.
Okay. We're going to do the entirety of book 2.
Yes.
On the next podcast.
I have a new way that I'm going to do it too. Just when we need to do catch up episodes.
I'm going to be, I'm changing my recaps because I keep falling behind. And that's because I spend too much time on them.
They're super long at this point.
There's so much shit that happens, you know? But I'm going to stop giving a play-by-play. And I'm going to start just kind of like covering the high points and talking about the important things again. I'm going to refocus on that. So my recaps will be shorter. So when Will and Noah are just reading my recaps to you guys on the podcast, they'll be shorter.
Okay. I do want to point out you did not have recaps for this podcast.
I did for chapter 5 and 4.
Okay. Maybe, I don't know.
The only 2 things we've discussed. We haven't gotten to chapter 6 yet, which is right now.
Yeah, so we're going to do 6.
Chapter 6 follows Will, shut up. Chapter 6 follows Gruntle's caravan. Just go get some chalky milk. Let me read this. Chapter 6 follows Gruntle's caravan as it passes through Saltone. I like Saltone. A city left lawless after its army marched off to join Brood's forces. Karuli arranges a meeting with local criminals to warn about the Panyan influence spreading through the region, including the disturbing revelation about the children of the dead seed. Teniskauri women descending on battlefields to violate the not yet dead. Gruntle makes one last attempt to pull Buke away from Baushalan and Corbel Broach, but Buke is a man already resigned to his fate. Leaving the city, Gruntle discovers a dozen burned bandits who targeted the necromancer's wagon, and inside finds one of Corbel Broach's children, a grotesque creature assembled from harvested human organs. Outside Saltone, Stoney encounters 3 white-faced Barghast siblings, Hetan, Kafal, and Natok, hunting demons with blades for arms, and they join the caravan, with Hetan making her interest in Gruntle immediately apparent. The chapter ends brutally with the 6, okay, we got some names, with the 6 Kechane, Chimale, and Keel hunters attack the caravan. One breaks through and nearly kills Gruntle, crushing his ribs and puncturing his lungs, with Harlow falling, trying to protect him. That's it.
Okay. So yeah, now we get the zombie dinosaurs with sword arms.
Yeah, we find out. We kind of get some insight into the Panyan, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I also get tagged. I got tagged in a message on this one because people were like, "Are we really doing dinosaurs?"
Yeah.
What's wrong with dinosaurs?
Some people were not sold on the dinosaurs.
You can see. Look, there's one right there.
Yeah,
That's a dinosaur.
Okay.
I said one. They're cool as shit. So like,
Yeah, with their blades, dude.
Yeah, I love them. But also, these are undead ones too, so they're a little different. I think they were like, is this serious? Like, what's going on here? Like, is there a reason these dinosaurs have fucking swords in their arms? And the answer to that is yes.
Yeah. And fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, there was just, someone said this was like the first point that they kind of rolled their eyes and felt like this was a bridge too far.
Not when Kruppa's flying on a table.
Yeah. Well, my thing was like, I'm sorry, who hears about dinosaurs with swords for arms and doesn't go, sick? Like, that's...
Yeah.
That's what I felt. Yeah, for
something's
sure. Like,
wrong with you, a person who wrote that comment, if you can't enjoy dinosaurs with swords for arms. That's sick, dude.
It's so cool. It's so cool. I loved it for sure.
They said it felt like he asked his 8-year-old. Like, he didn't have an idea for a monster. It was like, turned to his kid and was like, come up with a monster. I'm like, yeah. Like, with sword first arms. Of all, even if the kid came up with that, that's cool as hell. That's a cool kid. And I don't think there's anything wrong with embracing our inner child. Okay?
No.
So, also, think about how hard it would be to fight a dinosaur with swords for arms.
Yeah, imagine Jurassic Park velociraptors with blades as arms. Yeah, that's like, no, dude. I'd be getting the fuck out of that kitchen.
Are they, so for scale purposes, are they more raptor or are they more like Tyrannosaurus?
I see them more like large raptor, so more like a Utah raptor, or
because they're like
a Mormon raptor.
I pictured like 8 to 10 feet tall. Like that's like taller than a person.
I picture them huge. I picture them taller than a horse.
I was thinking like 6 foot, so maybe like a little taller than Maurice, but not taller than me.
Yeah, let's see.
Well, they're like, they tower over Gruntle, right? I don't get the impression he's a small guy. So
me and Gruntle
way taller than Noah.
Me and Gruntle are the same person, so we're the same
10
height.
to 12 feet tall.
Shit.
Jesus.
So they're more like
they're T-Rex. Yeah,
they're closer.
Style.
Well, I think T-Rex is more like 20 feet. So they're kind
maybe
of
like Allosaurus.
Okay.
That's like a smaller T-Rex, yeah?
Yeah. You know, you'd think.
Have y'all seen the pictures of them?
The amount of little boys I have, I would know more about dinosaurs.
Whoa. He has
sons.
You
should know more.
He has sons. That's what he meant by that.
Yep, nobody clipped that.
Actually, Allosaurus looks about right. Yeah.
I know about
Yeah.
dinosaurs. My daughters
Bruh.
love dinosaurs.
Have you seen this art? Oh my god.
I love the
That's
spine
a
art
spoiler.
here.
Don't look up some stuff because you'll get spoilers from the book.
Here, you can look
Yeah.
at this. You can look at this. This is from Memories of Ice.
Okay.
I don't know if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sending a picture right now in the chat. Big dog.
I mean, this looks pretty sick. I also love this picture. This is one of my favorite Malazan pictures.
Fucking
That's
love
cool.
that. Is that Gruntle?
Yeah.
Is Gruntle hot?
Yeah.
I get the impression he's not.
Canonically, yeah.
I don't think.
Again, I told you, me and Gruntle are the same person.
Well, I know he's like desirable to the Barghast lady, but I also that doesn't seem to be a high bar for her, so I didn't know for sure.
Got big hands, dog.
He does have big hands. Well, like
hands are important.
Look at
the
look at
picture
your
on
cover.
he doesn't look hot here though, and I think it's the side.
He looks. I mean,
What? How does he not look hot?
dude. Like,
he
look
looks
at it.
hot, dude.
Will, come on, dude.
Will,
Yes.
I'm gonna send you. Okay, now go look at the Kachin Chamal that I just sent, and then look at this picture of Gruntle that I just sent, and tell me that dude's not hot.
Do you not have these ones, Will? The Broken Binding ones?
No, I don't.
Broken Binding,
should
we
get
need
'em.
you to get on that, dude.
That seems like something you should have. Does anybody want to give those to Will?
Okay, now this picture of Gruntle, sure, I get it here. I'm just saying, like the official cover
This is
art, I
another
don't feel
one.
like depicts him in a way that you go, oh yeah, look at that dude.
He's like hot in like a.
Well, that's a spoiler picture, Mo. We can't show that one.
Don't say that.
Does Will know that's a spoiler picture?
No,
one of
that's what
Gruntle?
I'm saying.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
What
like,
I'm saying to
I don't know anything
you,
about what
Noah,
Gruntle
is
does
that
later.
you only notice that it's a spoiler if you know it's a spoiler. It's not like a.
I'm not
you'll
going to go
really
look at
get
it.
that.
I'm not going to go
Don't
look at
look
it
at it again.
Sorry.
Go look at the one
Ooh,
I just.
I like this picture. I
go
like
look at the
this
one
picture.
I just sent. That one looks
Yeah,
sick.
dude. This is what Bran looks like to me in the beginning of my book, The Tethered God.
Okay, so he has a slightly caveman face. That's all I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, but
They're
that's
not supposed to be
like, have
attractive.
you seen Carl Urban, dude?
that's true.
Yeah. So there's this thing. So there's like
Is Carl Urban
there's
the fan
three-
casting for him?
I think
No,
there's
I'm
three
just- no, I'm
scales
saying
for
he looks-
attractiveness.
He's attractive, you know.
I think there's three scales for attractiveness for men. There is classically handsome. So someone you look at, you're like, okay, this guy's attractive. Kind of like our Ryan Gosling, Brad Pitt. And then you get to uniquely handsome, which would be someone like Logan Nine Fingers or
Adam
Gruntle
Driver.
here, like
Adam Driver.
Carl.
feels
Yeah,
like he fits
exactly.
that.
Yeah, uniquely handsome. And then there's just ugly dudes. But everybody finds somebody if you try. I'm convinced of this. Everybody can find somebody for themselves.
Sure. Everyone is someone's
don't-
type. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the last type. The ones that they're someone else's type.
You gotta look. You gotta look. A
Yeah.
little.
Yeah. You might have to do a little extra swimming.
Oh no.
But gotta go search that sea, boys. Hey, I'm just saying there's hope for everyone. I always say if you're feeling down and I have a few friends who are always worried they were never going to get married or find someone. I'm like, bro, let's just go to Walmart and walk around. I'm going to show you. You're fine. You're going to be fine, boy.
Oh, Walmart.
Let's go to Walmart and walk around.
Oh shit.
Grab a chalky milk.
Was it
Let's
me?
do a little walk.
I don't know
I
why
will
you're
say
including me in
something.
this.
I do love a chalky milk.
I mean, I can't.
My college
acknowledge
had a
it.
chocolate milk dispenser in the cafeteria.
I haven't had one in a really
Okay, let me ask you a
long
question.
time.
Are we going
But
straight
this
chocolate
is-
milk, or do we prefer a Yoo-hoo? What are we?
Water chocolate?
I
I don't
do
know.
love. Yeah, Yoo-hoo is delicious, but it is water chocolate. You don't even have to refrigerate it because there's no dairy in it.
Yeah, that freaks me out.
It's not even called chocolate milk. It's called chocolate drink.
I think at one time
Yeah,
they
look at
marketed
it.
it as chocolate soda or something, but it's not a
Yeah,
soda.
I know.
Yoo-hoo, it's on the bottle as chocolate drink.
I'm not a
It's
Yoo-hoo
so-
guy.
Okay.
Obviously, I
I
live-
like Yoo-hoo.
Yoo-hoo's not a
Okay,
West
Yoo-hoo.
Coast thing. We don't do Yoo-hoo out here. That's not.
Okay. Okay.
It's not a thing.
I don't mind a Yoo-hoo, but the thing about
I
a
dig
Yoo-hoo
a
is they're the
Yoo-hoo.
least satisfying drink in the world. Because if you open one, like open a can of Yoo-hoo, there's like
It's
it
gone.
doesn't do anything. It's not. Yeah, they go so fast because they're just like No.
It's so sweet. I do love a chocolate milk with donuts. Like if you get donuts from like Krispy Kreme and then get a chocolate milk, it is so good. I love a chocolate, but I prefer coffee. But I do love a chocolate milk with donuts.
I don't see.
But
I don't
I
like
get-
sweet and sweet together. I
Really?
would like a regular milk. Yeah, I would like a regular milk with a donut.
Interesting.
Well, it might.
Interesting.
Okay, I think some of them with milk. It depends on your pairing too, right? So if you're eating,
I don't
something-
know any donut that could go with chocolate milk for me.
even like a standard
None?
glaze, you couldn't see that.
No, I would need regular milk. For
What
my
about a donut no glaze? You don't get those as much anymore.
No,
They are
I
a
would
thing.
need. I'd still do regular milk.
Okay, I could see.
What about
I've
a
never.
But I
tried
do like
those.
chocolate milk.
A maple bacon donut.
That would just be regular milk. Every donut for me is going to be regular
bacon
milk.
is, but maple bacon is sweet still.
We need to put a poll up. I'm very curious now what people think. I've never heard of someone using chocolate milk with their donuts. That like is
The
shaking
poll will
me.
be interesting because
They
so
sell
this is a
them.
weird
You know,
thing.
if you go to donut shops, they have chocolate milk in the little fridges.
Yeah, because they've got to cater to people who need their chalky milk.
You just said
Gas
Will.
stations
He
have it too,
started
in
by
fairness.
saying Will.
And I don't know who's
Yeah.
who's drinking gas station, who's going to a gas station. Like, you know what sounds good to me? Let me get a chocolate milk.
You know what? You know, I love to go into gas stations when I'm on long drives and just like let my heart decide in the moment what I want.
I love convenience stores. One of my favorite places to shop is
Yeah, I would
convenience
agree with
stores.
you on that. That's 100.
A nice 7-Eleven, dude. Oh,
Do y'all have racetracks out west? You have
Yeah.
racetrack?
whoa.
Oh,
What?
Yeah.
I live in the South.
Yeah, we do.
So I was like, yes,
I know.
I have a race.
You know what a racetrack is. Yeah.
Yes, I do know what a racetrack is.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's a solid convenience store.
Like, are we talking horse races or are we talking car races?
Yo, you don't
We're
have
talking
it. Racetrack is a gas
convenience
station.
Oh, no. I don't know what the fuck a racetrack is.
It's no K on it. It's just like racetrack with a C, and it's a very nice gas station essentially.
Like Quick Trip?
Yeah,
Like Quick Trip?
similar to Quick Trip. Yes, yeah.
Do you guys not have nice 7-Elevens yet in the South?
7-Eleven's not as common where I'm at.
But we do
They're
have the nice,
We
the
have
nice
they've-
ones because they're like
7-Eleven has
they
rebranded
redesigned them.
and done some
Yeah.
great stuff.
yeah.
AM PM as well.
We got Bucky's
Yeah.
though. What the?
Do have a Bucky's? We have Bucky's, which are kind of like
I've never been to Bucky's.
Honestly, they kind of overwhelm me. They're not fun to be.
You'd love
So-
Bucky's, dude.
I've never been.
They're not
There's
fun.
none near me at all.
They are.
No, there wouldn't be. You don't even have
there are
Bluebell,
hu-
dude.
So
You
there
don't
are
have Bluebell up there either.
hundreds.
All you have is like Timahook or whatever.
Tillamook's awesome, dude.
Now listen,
Tillamook's
okay,
great.
It's
but now, Noah,
nothing
you've been-
compared to Bluebell, dog.
You've been
First
to,
off,
like Pennsylvania.
My dad
right?
owned Cold Stone, so I'm pretty well versed in ice cream.
You've been.
Your
you've
dad
been to-
owns Cold Stone.
He owned
That's
3.
the company. Oh, even
The
still,
company?
that's a
No, I'd be
lot.
fucking loaded, bro.
Dude, that's what I mean. Your dad owned 3 Cold Stones. That's not nothing.
I've probably made 10,000 pans of ice cream from scratch in my
Will,
life.
what are you saying? Because we're getting.
I was
lost
trying to
and getting
say,
mad at
Noah, you have spent some
for
time in
being so
Pennsylvania,
rich.
right, for work. I feel like we've talked about this.
Yeah,
Uh,
New Jersey mainly.
So have you ever gone to a Sheets?
That is not.
No,
You've never been to a Sheets?
no.
It's a
dude, they're my
convenience
favorite
store
gas
as
station.
well.
Look,
And they're
when
very
I go
regional.
places,
They're very
when
regional.
I go places, I'm not going places.
That's true. You're like flying
You know
in,
what I mean?
Ubering. and
Yeah,
leaving.
I'm not like getting out in the town,
Yeah, no, that's
checking out.
If you're ever
you know.
driving through Pennsylvania, and I say Pennsylvania because they're very regional. Sheets is a gas station brand that's in parts of the Northeast, and they're awesome. They're by far the best gas stations I've ever been to in my life.
I do love a gas station.
And again, they're like only in very small parts of the Northeast. Like they're big in Pennsylvania, but they're not really a lot of other places.
Yeah, we don't really have anything like that here because we're a little more normal than the rest of the country.
You still have regional
we don't-
chains. There's no way you don't.
But we don't have
regional chains.
specialty gas stations that we have shirts for.
I don't have a shirt for any gas station ever. Owned a gas.
But could you
station.
get one? Could you go get a gas station shirt right now?
Of course
Yeah.
I could. I know exactly.
Yeah.
the
Okay.
gas
See, that's what
station-
I'm saying.
I can tell you off the top of my head which gas station I would go to if I needed a
I'm
shirt because I know
in my
exactly
life,
where it is.
in my world, I cannot go grab a gas station shirt right now. That's not
brother, don't act like you don't have travel centers in Seattle.
Yeah, or truck stops. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we have like Love's.
Yeah, Love's
I mean, you have to
you can
have
get
stuff
shirts
for...
at Love's, dude.
Okay, I'm gonna let you know we're not going to Love's. It's not like a destination.
Love's is for the trucker people. We don't go there.
It is. It is.
Guys, I don't know what we're even talking about anymore.
This is the most off track we've ever been. We just spent 10 minutes talking about gas stations.
Look, I like a gas station.
Oh
I like a Pilot.
I like a gas station too, but why are we talking about it right now?
We have a gas station with a Cinnabon in it now. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, there's some here that have those. Most common ones here are McDonald's and Subway to be in gas stations.
Y'all have Rosa's tortilla factories where y'all are? Oh my god, it's the best fast food Mexican restaurant.
Better than Taco Bell?
Yes, dude. Taco Bell's dog shit. What are you saying?
Don't you talk shit about Taco Bell.
Will was eating Taco Bell on the podcast once.
I hate Taco Bell, dude.
You're
Bell's
wrong.
Diarrhea food, dude. Why get Taco Bell when you can get Chipotle? It's way better.
Why get Chipotle when you can get Qdoba? No, thank you. No.
What the hell is Qdoba?
I can't get Qdoba.
Y'all don't have... Is Qdoba regional? I thought this was everywhere.
I don't know. I mean, I think I know what it is, but no, we don't.
Qdoba.
Qdoba's big.
We go to Chipotle.
It's similar.
Makes sense.
It's similar, but it's better.
Guys,
why? Because it's cheaper.
Let's talk about chapter 6 so we can end this travesty of a podcast episode.
This has been a bad one, I'll be honest with you.
This is going to be our highest viewed podcast episode, the way this started with Will saying he doesn't want
to... It started off bad and it just got worse, I'll be honest.
Jeez. Are these the sword dinosaurs I've heard people talk about?
Oh yeah, that's what we were talking about, sword dinosaurs. That's how we got to gas stations.
There are 25 Qdobas in Washington, by the way.
I said I think I know what they are. There are
22 of them in North Carolina. So y'all both are around Qdobas.
Okay, North Carolina is like a quarter the size of Washington.
I don't think that's true.
Not.
North Carolina is for little bitches, is what I heard.
Why? Why are you coming after my state, dude?
Washington State is approximately 71,300 square miles.
That's a big state, dude. Bigger than you thought. Admit it.
Oh, it's actually much bigger. Yeah, 53,819 for North Carolina.
I'm from
Weird.
Texas.
It's like I know.
I'm from Texas.
Texas is 268,596 square miles. Suck it, Washington.
Kentucky's only 40,000.
Look, I'm just saying Washington's a lot bigger than people think.
It is, yeah.
Nobody came after Washington.
Nobody said it was small.
Everybody's always coming after Washington. I'm tired of it. We are not Washington, D.C.
I think most people like Washington State. So
yeah, people love Washington. We don't talk about the east side of the state, but the rest of Washington.
We don't talk about the east side of the state.
That's basically Idaho.
Idaho's a bad place, dude.
Not great.
Let's talk about the book. I don't know what to do here. I don't know where to. There's no.
Okay, I'm gonna get us on track. Here we go. Okay, so family.
Sorry, Jordan. Sorry,
everyone. We should just apologize for this. This is bad.
I'm not gonna apologize. They love this.
Chapter 6. We start in Sultana, and it's Gruntle's caravan. Mm-hmm. And they are... Oh, God. Okay. A woman named Nectara stops them. She's there to escort them to a meeting of gang leaders and thieves. So they end up meeting Nectara. They go to, like, all of these thieves. And then Nectara, I'm pretty sure, fingers Stani in the middle of a meeting in front of everyone. No reaction to that. Cool. That happens... That happens in this book. See, they get hot and heavy right in there in the middle of that meeting, and all the men are like basically getting boners. And then Karuli is trying to like get these criminals to like don't join the Paniency or don't join the tennis gallery. And then we learn about a little bit more about the tennis gallery, and this is something you need to remember, and it's something called the Children of the Dead Seed. And Will, I need your take on that, brother.
On the Children
of the Dead Seed? Do you remember what that is?
I don't remember.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what it is.
It
is as men are dying on the battlefield, women will go. They'll get them hard, and then they'll make them ejaculate inside of them. They'll ride them until they orgasm. Dead men, because dead men can still get erections and ejaculate for like a certain amount of time after they die, and so these women are getting pregnant off of dead men's seed. And then having children, and they have now a contingency of children who were born from dead men's seed.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. This is one of those things where I feel like I don't know really what Steven Erikson was smoking when he came up with this idea.
I bet it has a referential point in history.
Unfortunately, it probably does. Unfortunately for all of us.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of his MO. Is like that's what he does.
Yeah. Yeah, that's horrifying. That's one of the more horrifying things that he's had in these books, and that's saying something to me. So that's not don't love that.
They do not have a direct literal historical reference point in real world history. However, they are constructed from several dark historical and mythological themes representing a blend of extreme wartime atrocities and cultic beliefs.
Okay.
Wow.
There you go. Yeah, it's one of those concepts that I kind of sit here and I'm like, I don't really know. I don't have much to add to it because I don't really know where to go from there.
You wouldn't want to be part of it.
No. Part of it in what way?
I don't know either way.
Well, you couldn't be. What happened?
It's soft magic system. Soft magic system.
Clearly, it's not very soft. I don't know.
Wow, that's a conversation to have. How's it work?
I don't know.
Like, are they absorbing?
What?
Look, guys.
Absorbing what? What are you talking about? I think it's explained pretty clearly how they do it.
That's so weird. That's so wild.
Yeah. So, okay, I don't want to Google this, but is this a real scientific
Come closer
thing?
to your mic. Come closer to your mic.
I don't want to Google this, but is this a real scientific thing? Where like that?
Yeah.
Have
you not seen Clerks?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen Clerks.
You haven't seen Clerks?
No.
That's wild.
You can't talk to me about movies that we haven't seen because I bet there's a lot more.
I've seen foundational movies.
Well, is Clerks considered foundational now? Because it didn't used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cult film for sure. Man, get erection and ejaculate after death. Yes, I'm looking it up. Terminal erection is a postmortem erection. Technically a priapism observed in corpses of men who have been executed, particularly by hanging. Wow.
I hate the term terminal erection.
That's what it's called.
Be the name of the episode.
A dead man can experience ejaculation. It occurs in roughly 10 to 20% of autopsies.
That's pretty high.
Much higher than I thought it would.
So you tell me when they're autopsying me, I'm gonna have a hard on?
They probably won't be autopsying you unless you are murdered.
Unless you're murdered.
I'm probably gonna get murdered. I would assume.
I could see that.
I would assume.
Yeah.
Why would you assume that?
I don't know. People got problems with me.
Viable sperm can be actively retrieved from a deceased person within 36 to 72 hours.
So I knew they could do that, but I thought it was surgical. I didn't think that they did it.
Well, I mean, I think in this case it would be. Nobody's gonna fuck up
manually.
Yeah, I don't think they're jacking them off. You know, I think they're getting it out of the balls. But
what if that was some huge secret of the world that's how they retrieve sperm?
I definitely feel like we might get banned for this episode.
There's some stuff in this episode.
This is educational at this point.
Yeah,
it's gone to educational.
It's often associated with violent death, which makes sense for like dying on the battlefield.
Murder boners.
Getting murdered boners, which causes massive, like spinal cord stimulation can cause it. They call it, a euphemism for it is called angel lust. It involves a postmortem low pressure release of fluid caused by muscle rigor mortis. So it's rigor mortis, which causes a boner.
Does this explain morning wood?
No, because you're not dead when you go to sleep.
Morning wood is
not
actually
coming back to life.
Morning wood is a misfiring of I think it's, as I've understood, it's like a misfiring of dopamine centers in your brain.
It really brings new meaning to the second coming of Jesus Christ.
Fuck you.
So that
now
we
we're
probably
getting
get
banned
taken off YouTube for.
Sure.
That was funny. Come on. I thought of it. I was like, oh, this is great. This is a pun.
Put it in your book.
I'm not good. I would but my world is secondary. I have a secondary world fantasy, so I can't do real world Earth references. You will not read Bye Felicia in my book. I'll just say that.
I wonder who that's a shot at.
I hated that so much. I have been on record, and I love Red Rising, but man, I hate that reference so much. It took me way out.
It's really bad. It's really bad.
It took me
Hearing
so
Tim
out.
Gerard Reynolds say "Bye Felicia" made me want to die.
On reread, I reread the trilogy, and it wasn't as bad on reread, because it actually fits the moment. There is a character named Felicia, and she kills her and says "Bye, Felicia," and the first time I read it, I was like, he did not do this.
Personally, I like it.
You are not going to switch up now and be the pro Red Rising guy. You're going to do
I'm
it.
the pro Red Rising guy. I'm the anti-Bye Felicia guy.
Noah has too much water under this particular bridge. You can't do that.
No, I've never disliked Red Rising. I dislike Darrow. This has nothing to do with Darrow.
That's fair.
You dislike Red Rising, the book, not the saga. You also don't like Dark Age, I think.
I don't dislike the book. I just don't think it's as good as people talk.
I think book 1 of Red Rising is the definition
mediocre.
Of mid. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah.
Dark Age is trauma porn for no reason.
I think it's. So, I think it's definitely. It's called Dark Age. It isn't like
There's one scene specifically where it's like we didn't need to do that. That was a little.
I've heard there's.
I know what scene you're talking about, but
I don't know what it is.
I know that scene is especially hard for. Yeah. I mean, I could see it going far, and I've read about. We're just talking about Children of the Dead Seed.
I feel like you could do that and not show it the way you did.
Yeah. Too visceral, too much. From a man who also isn't a parent is really...
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's as bad as you think, Will. So
it's probably worse. I can't imagine you would imagine it. Honestly, I can't imagine you would imagine it.
I mean, I've had so much of that second series spoiled to me at this point, I don't even care. I'll probably go look it up. But it's like, this is part of the reason I've just never... I have no interest in the second series right now because, like,
it's so much better than the first series, in my opinion.
Well, I understand.
I think it's so much more mature. It's grim dark.
So have heard so much about Dark Age specifically, and like, there are people. Okay, this is also a problem with the series. That depending on who you talk to, everybody seems to hate at least one book in that second series.
Like, I don't. I love all three. They're my top 4. Morningstar is my third favorite.
Okay.
But my favorite is, I love Dark Age. I totally get that moment, and I understand that moment that Noah's referring to. But as a book, I really loved... I feel like it's like Golden Sun, but better. And I particularly love the presence of the supporting characters. I mean, less Darrow's story and more... everyone else is so
Lysander.
incredible. Lysander's great. I love Ephraim. Ephraim's probably one of my favorite characters in the whole series. I really think the expansion into other POVs really served the narrative and served the world building, because you're not just there with these golds. You're You're seeing what it's like to be a red. You're seeing what it's like to be a gray. You're seeing what it's like in all these different places. And I think it's well done for sure.
Yeah. Well, we should probably wrap this up.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah. So
why don't you do a quick run through of that last chapter?
Yeah. So we were talking about Children of the Dead Seed. Then we go, and this is freaking insane. They run into Botulin. Wait, no, we meet the three Barghast siblings, Hatan, Koffel, and Natak. Hatan bangs Gruntle the first night, and then the second night, Hatan, she said, "I love killing and I love riding men," and that's Hatan.
Yeah, that's good.
And Hatan is fucking awesome, and I love. She's hilarious, but she has sex with our boy Harlow, and then Stani goes to have sex with Koffel. Well, she's like, "Hey, Buke, come fuck me," and he's like, "I'm sorry, I can't. I'm still mourning my dead wife." Basically. And she's like, "Fine." And then she takes the virgin, Barghast, and then she gives him his manhood. But he's very short-lived in that department. But that's okay. It was his first time. And then they get attacked.
Maurice is like, it's not a big deal. It happens to a lot of guys.
It did not.
It's normal.
Listen.
We don't need. You
My
want to get
first time was
to.
weirdly the opposite of that.
Oh, we don't have to go here. We don't have to.
Because you're so
this.
nervous.
We don't have to have this conversation.
I was too excited, dude. I just we can have any conversation we want. I lost my virginity to my wife. We were high school sweethearts, so I've only been with one person.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, I know.
Will? So Will's only been with one person too?
Yeah, no, my wife. Yeah, same. I don't know why we.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I got married at 20. So
yeah, me too.
You were.
I don't know what. I'm being honest. I don't know about either of them.
I am being 100% honest.
Like there's
that
Will's being weird about it. Noah's being weirder, and I'm talking about could change him up.
I think it's very sweet. I love that for you guys.
He's sitting over here very fucking nerds.
You're putting words in my mouth. I didn't say that.
I said it's sweet. I met my wife when I was 17, so I'm fine.
I said it's sweet. I haven't said anything bad about it.
I'm not. Will's calling me a nerd.
I'm not calling anybody. No, I'm saying that Noah was. I'm making a joke. That Noah.
By saying Noah's saying we're nerds, you're calling us nerds, and I'm saying I am a nerd.
I'm making a joke about Noah being like a high school jock and thinking.
Whoa!
Look at his hat. You're getting dangerously close to the hovering hat, bro. You're getting dangerously close to the hovering hat.
Whoa. We don't need to get into my high school life.
No, he can just ask us about ours. He can't talk about his own.
Well, your guys is sweet and innocent. I love it. It's what I wish for everyone.
I kill and never have I ever. Because
you never have ever.
Yeah, I've only had sex with one person.
I bet you and Will would you'd put up a good fight with each other.
I've never gotten a ticket. I've only been pulled over twice in my life. Knock on wood. That's white privilege, though.
I have had a ticket. Oh, can I tell you a story about a ticket that I got during the pandemic?
For sure. Okay. Who cares?
So I got. I was driving home. I was working like a 75-minute commute at the time during the pandemic. So I was driving home, and I was going fast. Get pulled over, and the cop walks up to me. Keep in mind, this is like right after George Floyd. Cop walks up to me, and he goes, yeah, sorry we had to pull you over, which, first of all, why are you apologizing to me? I was going 70 and a 50, whatever. But he's like, sorry, we had to pull you over. I know, we know you're a hard worker. We're not trying to bust you out. I'm like, this sounds really, like a southern really stop. Racist. Like, I don't know, like it feels like really racist. But then he still gave me a ticket. So not racist enough, I guess. But whatever.
We know you're a hard worker.
Yeah.
So that was the story?
That was the story. Just that he said that.
Oh, I thought it was going to, well, you're a storyteller. I thought it was going to be exhilarating or something, but but really it was just you telling us how you have privilege.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Can I mute you guys? Hold on. Okay. So, then we, the Barghast, Buke and the Necromancers were attacked by lizard monsters with swords for arms. They somehow survived, but they ended up like losing almost all of their like nightmare fuel animations and summonings. Buke is fucked up. They have a little stick snare because they took a Barghast spirit and stuck it inside of a stick man. And the Barghast are like, "Hey, let him go." And they're like, "Don't, just chill." Gruntle's like, "They'll kill you, Hatan." And she's like, "Well, fuck them." And then they all were like, "Okay, we're gonna prepare because these Kachin Chamal are coming back. They're coming back, and they're gonna be pissed." And then they show up, and they are indeed pissed. As we know now, they are 10 to 12 feet tall, blades for arms, and you're with Gruntle. This is a very like end of Game of Thrones moment where it's like when Perrin was killed in Gardens of the Moon. It feels like we're following Gruntle, and we're like, "Oh shit, this is gonna be great. Let's see him kick some lizard ass." And then something really cool happens with the white-faced Barghast. I don't know. They get they build a cloud around them of dust. They just start chanting, and then like a dust cloud appears around them. One of the Kachin Chamal hunters goes after them, and then 3 fucking lances come out. Take that one down. It's dead. They kill the first one, no problem. That was wild. And because it's just like, I don't know, they cut off its head with the lances. I don't know. I was listening really fast this morning, and it was like, I was on like 3 times speed because I was way behind. So this fight was insane to me. And then 2 of them end up in there, and then we see Gruntle. Gruntle's like fighting, and he turns around, and he sees a 6th one sneaking up on them, trying to get Karuli. And then, also, can we talk about, who does Karuli work for? I wonder. His name is Karuli. Karuli. Feels a bit on the nose, doesn't it? Anyway, this Kachin Chamal comes up, and he moves Karuli out of the way. He fucking blocks, he like parries one of the arm blades, and he's like, "I'm about to die." And it comes at him, but then fucking Harlow jumps down, single-handedly blocks the sword blow, and both blades break. So Harlow's like big boy broadsword. And then Gruntle, I don't know what happens to him. Honestly, I just know he gets taken out, and he's just hearing everyone screaming around him. All of his friends are dying. Everyone's dying. They're getting their asses kicked, and he's like, this is what it feels like to die. And then the chapter ends.
Yeah. It's a real, it ends on a real downer.
I don't know if we see Harlow go down in the chapter, or if he goes down when his blade breaks. Like if he gets slashed.
I think he gets like stabbed.
Yeah. But these things move like lightning too.
They're super fast.
They just get to running. They're faster than cheetahs, and they have blades for arms, and they're like, yeah, keep your head low. They prefer horizontal chops, which is like, what a fucking threat. Like okay. Yeah. So anyway, that's what happened in chapter 6.
And we're going to see a lot more Kachin Chamala. Jesus. The dinosaurs. We're going to see a lot more of those next week.
Yeah, and next week, everyone, we are going to do such a good job. And we're going to be so great at being on track, and we're going to do the entire book 2. That's the goal. I don't know what this episode... is even gonna be like to it. Like,
Wait,
tell
well,
us what your
I'm going-
experience was. Can y'all, if you got this far, let us know how this one felt to you. Like, how did you feel about this one? What are your thoughts? Like,
I feel bad about it. I'll be honest. I feel bad. It feels bad.
What? Hold on. Before you feel bad, this isn't a diss to anybody who listens at all. Don't take it that way.
don't say what
But
you're gonna
what
say.
do they
I
get-
feel like you should
what do
say
they
what
g-
you're gonna say.
No. I'm just saying. I'm saying this is ours. We can do whatever the hell we
Sure.
want.
There
If
are no
people-
rules.
If people want to listen, they can listen. If we want to talk about something else, we can talk about something else. Like, there's people who are here for that and people who aren't here for that. And if they get to this episode and it doesn't work for them, and then the next one doesn't work for them as well, just read the books and go on the Fable. That's fine. That's fine. This is you gotta.
Like I said, there are no rules. I understand that, but man,
I don't
today was
feel
a struggle.
bad, but I
No.
I don't feel like it was a struggle. I feel like, you get 3. We just like talking, and
Yeah.
apparently we're not. I think we should start recording as soon as we jump on, because like,
Unless there's hot topics we shouldn't talk about, then
true, we do the hot topics, and then we just start recording, and then we just fucking riff. I mean, I think I don't. This is like people get on TikTok live and just chit chat.
Yeah,
yeah,
That's kind of what we're doing.
that's true.
we just don't get paid for it.
Yeah, the people.
Exactly.
Hopefully,
Like
You
people
can't.
doing big TikTok.
We're not
live,
monetized.
Yeah, I don't think we should feel bad at all.
No,
I
it's
wouldn't.
okay.
The only person who's ever complained is Jordan, and he's out of Spiffbo anyway. So
he's also on board.
Don't
Now.
say
He's on
that.
board with the riff.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's
we've given him
killing it.
enough shit at this point that he is now on board with it.
That is how I
Bullied
make
him
friends.
into it. All right.
7
That is
chapters, everyone. 7 chapters. That's what we're gonna do next time.
And some are going to be combined. I'm going to tell you guys right now.
That's fine.
It's not going to be one by one.
That's fine.
And we get to meet the shield anvil and the gray swords.
Yes,
Yes, dude.
I love
That's
them
our.
guys.
Yeah.
A
Good
Kovian,
mess.
baby. Let's go.
And
okay.
So after next week, when we do all of book 2, we will be back on track for the schedule that's posted in the Fable Book Club.
And then we'll, over the next 2 to 3 months, we'll slowly get off track again.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then have to do a super episode.
Man,
For
I'm really nervous
Midnight
though because
Tides.
Memories of Ice is not the longest book, and
No.
Y'all are gonna
No.
love Midnight Tides. I'm telling you right now.
I'm so excited for Midnight Tide. I had that on my most anticipated books for this year, just because I've had a lot of people tell me I'm specifically going to love it so
Oh,
much.
you are.
And I'm like,
You're going to love it.
I
House
mean,
of Chains.
but-
The next one is a bit of it's a rough start, but it's a very interesting book.
but I think it will be really fun for me to do that because I haven't read that one yet. So I think
Yeah.
it'll be fun to do it as with the group.
yeah, I think
I
it'll
think
like
so
that
too.
should be
I think
that
so
should be
too.
fun. Because
This has made,
that-
I think, every book so much more accessible. Every time I see somebody that's like, "Oh yeah, I just couldn't get into Gardens of the Moon," I'm like, "You weren't in the club."
yeah, get in the club. I'm very excited to be reading with you guys for the first time. I'm just gonna let you guys haven't seen it yet, but I'm very good at literary analysis. So when I'm reading something for the first time, I should be extremely insufferable.
That's good.
I
I feel like sometimes we go whole episodes.
I
and
am
you barely talk.
excited
So
for you to participate. Yeah, I am really excited for you to get in on this.
I mean, it's especially with Memories of Ice. I'm in a weird place because I read it 2 months ago.
Yeah, 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, so it's just like it's weird. It's like I just read all this stuff. It's like I've already gone
It's
through
too
this,
soon
but
for
I'm
a
very
reread.
excited.
It is too soon.
It's
for a
tough.
reread, for
It's
sure.
tough. It's tough because it's very easy to zone out because you're like, I just read this book. But no, I'm very excited to be caught up and fresh with everyone. I think that's going to be super fun, especially for me. So yeah, those episodes. I mean, I got to say from here, it's only going to get better,
Yeah, I think so.
guys.
I think so.
Yeah, I reread in 29. I read for the first time in like 6 or 7 years ago. So that's how long it took for me to really be able to do a reread, and it's very rewarding at that.
Well, because I think I would assume at that point you've forgotten enough that you're still like invested in the story.
Yeah, I forget the minutia. I don't remember any
yeah.
of the minutia. I just remember the big.
But you remember the
moments.
big stuff. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's rewarding to see those come together. All right, take us
Yeah.
out. Somebody.
Let's call it. Hey guys, I want to thank everyone who got this far. If you got this far, last week we didn't do this. If you got this far, I want you to type Qdoba in the chat. Qdoba is the keyword.
Qdoba
is the keyword. And also, I want to say one more time, go pre-order Will's book.
Do that. Definitely go pre-order my book.
Wait, before we go, Will, have you got any pre-orders in the length of the episode? Let's see how many we got during the episode.
Twang dang dang, get those pre-orders in that thing.
5 right now.
Whoa, there it is.
Yeah, 5 during the episode.
Imagine if I did that to my actual following, not just close friends, bro. I'm telling you, $10. I actually bet you would pay $10 for that one.
Absolutely, yeah. All right,
I'll pay you $10 to do it.
Hey guys, listen, we're all gonna hype each other up when our books come out.
Yes.
But you'll pay $10. Oh, so if you're each putting in 10, that's $20. That means I'm a paid
Will doesn't have to
at that
pay
point.
if I'm paying, is what I'm saying.
Well, then I'm gonna have a joke in there about Will.
Okay, let's go. Let's end this. Take this episode
all right,
out.
Bye,
back
everybody.
End it.
Bye,
See
everybody.
Shoot it. And shoot it?
Yeah.